Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rory, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rory, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rory, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rory, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rory, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rory, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby.
keep working, keep going, keep moving, do not stop. You gotta rise like a rocket, you better pop it up to the top. Yeah, you can never lose if you keep on learning now. You'll see what it will do in the future, cause you gotta be up on this mission. I don't care what they say, you just gotta go and get this. So get your mind straight, fix your mindset and then go. Cause you gotta list, you gotta change. Talk about them ghosts, cause I'm gonna go and get it, but I gotta make a rabbit. I ain't really gonna roll, but I gotta be the man. I don't really care right now, I'ma show these kids where I'm just at. So I'm coming with these bars, and I prosper my regret. So now I'm making moves, I'm not thinking about the best. I'm just moving on, I'm feeling strong, I'm feeling ready. So this is what I do, watch me swing with my machete. I come up in this combat, I'm scary like I've been Freddy. So I'ma drop the bomb, as the impact won't be happy like in the future, cause you gotta be up on this mission. I don't care what they say, you just gotta go and get this. So get your mind straight, fix your mindset and then go. Cause you gotta list, you gotta change. Talking about them ghosts, gotta go and get it, but I gotta make a rabbit. I can really get a bow, but I gotta be the man. I don't really care right now, I'ma show these kids where I'm just at. So I'm coming with these bars, and I prosper my regret. So now I'm making moves, I'm not thinking about the best. I'm not thinking about the best. If I do a taking, then I manifest. Cause I ain't sitting back, kicking back, I can't relax. So I just keep on driving hard like I'm that kettle on that road. As I'm on my tracks and I'm way up on the way. And I will push it all, yes I'm talking about my way. Ain't no time that I can waste, man I guess it's all okay. So y'all just tell me that I'm lazy, I am like the way. Cause I keep on working, keep on working, keep on going super hard. And everything I'm giving you is coming out my heart. So while I would just express it, man I'm talking about my scars. I put them in the music and the shit be going. It's coming hard when this reality prosper with the sound, man. I come up now with that melody. I got the recipes to the next to me and your other brothers in the sight. Cause we together, man, we gonna go and do it. Yeah, we fight, we would die for one another. That's how it is. So we just keep it steady, keep it moving with the shit. Y'all just wanna tell me I can't, but y'all just shit. Cause like I said, I'm the one that's never gonna quit.
everyone, and we are on. Hey guys, how you going? So today on BKRmy Sport, we are here as we get going here for a massive match of rugby. Scotland going up against South Africa, and obviously, you know, these two teams are red hot right now. Well, South Africa, obviously, they've had their troubles recently, but Scotland coming off a nice little win against the Wallabies last week, which was very interesting. Obviously, the Wallabies do have quite a few players out, but I tell you what, tonight is going to be a huge night of rugby. We've got the Scotland versus South Africa game. We've got the England versus Australia game later tonight, and then we've also in the middle we've got the big game between Ireland and New Zealand. So three absolute cracker matches here, guys. We're going to be streaming all night, all throughout it. Tomorrow night we've got some more too. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and look, I'm so excited. I am absolutely incredibly excited here for tonight. Let's go through a couple of these team lists here and give predictions because look, I tell you what, this is going to be a close game. I know that obviously people think that South Africa are this unbeatable team, but they're just simply not. I'm an Australian. I know that. We beat them twice, but I want South Africa to win here today because they are Southern Hemisphere. But Scotland are a tough team, especially at the BT Murrayfield Stadium. Very tough team. You know, it's going to be interesting to see if South Africa can break them down because obviously we saw last week the Wallabies with their expansive game was quite limited. They didn't have Quade Cooper. Yes, they didn't have Cotton Betty. Yes, they didn't have Samuel Korevi and the likes. But in the same sense, the Scottish were very good in regards to limiting players and preventing, you know, the Wallabies from getting that free-flowing motion. So do South Africa come into this game with the mindset of we're going to have to outplay you with the Northern Hemisphere style, or do South Africa come into this game and say, you know what, I reckon we're going to be able to take you on and do better than what the Wallabies did last week. That's what's going to be interesting. But if you want to get involved in the chat over there, guys, obviously hit that subscribe button. I think you have to refresh before you can comment in the chat. But the main thing is that if you have to subscribe, it's free. You may as well. And we've got plenty of rugby action to come here. But let's get through some of these team lineups here, guys. So for Scotland today, they've got Pierre Skolman as the number 1 with Stuart McAnally as the 2, Xander Fagerson as the 3, Sam Skinner as the 4, Grant Gilchrist in the 5, Nick Haining as the 6, Jamie Ritchie 7, Matt Fagerson as the 8, Ali Price as the number 9, with obviously Finn Russell as the number 10. In the 11, Duhan van der Merwe, obviously South Africa going up against South Africa there. You've got Rufus McLean on the other wing, Chris Harris in 13, and Matt Scott as the 12, with Stuart Hogg, the captain, in the 15 role. The replacements, Ewan Ashman, Jamie Barty, Ollie Gebel, Jamie Hodgson, Hamish Watson, George Horn, Adam Hastings, and Blair Kinghorn. So that's the Scottish team lineup today. Pretty strong lineup there for the Scots. On the other hand, for South Africa, in the number 1, they've got Nche. Number 2 is Mbanambi. Number 3, Ninkane. Number 4 is Ivan Etzebeth. Number 5 is Franco Moster. Obviously, number 6 is Sikolisi, the captain for South Africa. Alberta Smith as the 7, with Dwayne Vermeulen as the number 8. Herschel Jantjies in the number 9. Interesting one there. Obviously, they've been mixing and matching their 9 and 10 recently, and they do it again with the number 10, with Elton Jantjies coming into that number 10. So both the Jantjies boys in at 9 and 10. Really critical changes there. Makazole Mapimpi on the wing alongside Jesse Creel, with Lucanio Arm and Damien Dialende in the 12 and 13, and then obviously Willie LaRue as the number 15 there. Looking at the replacements, Malcolm Marks, Stephen Kitschoff, Vincent Koch, Ludwig Diaga, Jasper Visser, Kobus Reinach, Andre Pollard, and Franz Stein. So that is the lineup there for both these team guys, and I'm going to take South Africa here by about 5 points. I'm going to take South Africa by about between 5 and 8 points here. I just think they might have a bit more of a free-flowing game that might be able to really go bang here against the Scots. But you never know, lads. You never know. It's going to be a good one. Jack Lewis says, hey, Blaze, budgeting for today's games. Some very exciting games, especially when England smashed the Wallabies 14+. Love it. Well, you have to, mate. You have to. There's no excuses for England. We have a lot of excuses. We have 8 players out. We have literally 8 players out for the Wallabies, so you have to beat the Wallabies by 14+. You have to be thinking 20+, realistically, against the Wallabies, because if you get beaten, that's embarrassing. At Twickenham, with Wallabies having 8 players out, you've got a full team there for England. You have absolutely 0 excuses. So, as a Wallabies fan, I don't expect a win. Obviously, you know, anything can happen in rugby, and obviously we can see the Wallabies go, you know, complete backs against the wall and sneak a win. But in the same sense, man, it's going to be very tough for the Wallabies going away to Twickenham, playing England in England, and with 8 players out. So no Samuel Korevi, no Marco Conabetti, no Quade Cooper, you know, no, we don't have Reece Hodge there, no Taniela Tupou, no Fainga R. Man, I tell you what, we just keep going through that lineup there, and there's just so many outs. Alexander Matthews says, go Seahawks. Oh shit, wrong stream. Hey, PK. Hello, mate. How we doing? Mevita says, you look familiar, Blaze. Have I seen you before? No, you've never seen me before. Annika says, buzzing for the 28-25 story time, Jack Lewis. Jack Lewis says, very conservative reply. You said last week you didn't fear England and you would win. I don't fear England. I don't. But when you've got 8 players out, like there's an excuse there. You know, there's a lot of players who are out there for Australia. That's 8 starting players. There's only 15 players on a team. That's more than half of the team that is currently out. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't understand what your point is there. When you go into a game with 8 players out, you're playing away in England at Twickenham, and I'm not meant to be like, okay, well, we kind of do have excuses here because overall we're not really playing a starting lineup here because we can't. You know, we've got injuries, we've got players who couldn't do it because obviously Japan, the domestic teams withheld the players in Quade Cooper and Samu Korevi and Sean McMahon. Sean McMahon now is a bit of depth that we would have had. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, it's a conservative reply and it's a warranted reply too. The Fonterra man says also Aussie's got no momentum from the last game. Exactly right. Well, in the same sense, that doesn't really have anything to do with it, though. That was a struggle against Scotland, and we were our own worst enemies. We spoke about this all on the International Rugby podcast, the Rugby Down Under podcast. It's the pinned comment in the chat. We spoke all about this for literally 2 hours and 5 minutes, I think it was, about all things international rugby, whether it be Scotland, Australia, Wales, England, Fiji, the likes. Jack Lewis says, do you think Ireland will beat New Zealand? I don't personally. You need to subscribe to the Rugby Down Under podcast YouTube channel. We put the clips out with all that predictions. But I said New Zealand. Hamish went with Ireland. And Hamish is a Kiwi. Hamish is an All Blacks fan. So he went with Ireland. He thinks Ireland will take it. I personally still have the Kiwis making it. But in the same sense, tonight it's going to be incredible. I feel like the Wallabies will still make it close. But I still think that England probably do win. I think the All Blacks will win. And I do think South Africa will win this one. But this one will be very tight. You know, if Scotland can play to their utmost ability, they will give those world rankings a massive shake up. And I tell you what, we did actually go through the world ranking updates on the podcast, and we did see what would happen if we did move things around and see a couple of results for the Northern Hemisphere teams. And for the Northern Hemisphere teams, if you give Wales a win this week, if you give Wales versus Fiji. If you give Wales a win against Fiji, England a win against Australia, Scotland a win against South Africa, and Ireland a win against New Zealand, Ireland actually go up to 3rd place, England go up to 4th position, Australia go down to 5th, I believe Scotland go up to 6th, France go to 7th, and Wales go up to 8th. So, but if Wales were to lose to Fiji, they would go to 11th, which is crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of things that can change this week on the World Rugby ranking updates. Fonterra Man says, what time is Oz versus England? Australia versus England is about 4 a.m, mate. About 4 a.m. So we have this game that goes from about 12 till 4:30. Then at 2:15 a.m. my time is when the Ireland versus New Zealand game will start up, and that'll go for obviously about 2 hours. And then at 4:30 is when that Australia versus England game will be getting underway. Mevna says, I haven't seen you before, okay. Annika says, my predictions for Scotland, 10-25 South Africa, okay, 15-point win. You know, Scotland's got a pretty good defence, but in the same sense, definitely wouldn't surprise me that scoreline there. England, 34-15 over Australia, wouldn't surprise me the scoreline, but in the same sense, Australia's still got a pretty good defence, mate. Pretty good defence, picking up 34 points, but, you know, you never know, like I said. And then also New Zealand, 26, Ireland, 34. Interesting. Surprised that obviously you've still gone with South Africa despite going through a couple of Northern Hem teams there, obviously. But this is the best chance for the Northern Hemisphere to get some results against the Southern Hemisphere. You know what I'm saying? Like they're starved of victories against the Southern Hemisphere. We all know the World Cup dilemma. So obviously this is their best chance of getting some victories here. Jack Lewis says, I think South Africa win today quite nicely. Yes, Scotland are not a bad side, but I think South Africa are a lot better. South Africa by 17 points, I reckon. Look, I agree with you. I agree South Africa win, but you've also got to remember that South Africa are coming off a very poor Rugby Championship series. They did actually relatively struggle with Wales, and you can argue that Wales would have scored a try there if there wasn't an idiot who ran onto the field and prevented Wales from potentially scoring a try in that situation, which would have put them up over the top of the box with about 8 minutes to go there, and Wales are a very good defensive side, so it would have been interesting to see how that one panned out. There's no guarantee he scores the try, but I believe he gets the try there, and that's the point. So overall, man, I think South Africa are a good team, but just don't forget they had a really poor Rugby Championship where they beat New Zealand once, they lost to New Zealand the other time, lost to Australia twice, and proceeded to come 3rd because they only beat Argentina twice. Victor says, hi Blaze, South Africa, All Blacks Australia for me. Don't like the Rose. Mate, I love your work, Victor. That's the greatest thing you've ever said in your life. I've never seen someone say anything smarter in their life. That's a smart comment right there. Annika says, if Wales do bad in the Six Nations, Wayne Pivich will be gone, and I hope we get Adam Jones in as scrum coach and Scott Robertson. I mean, Pat Lamb, you wish you get Scott Robertson. But yeah, Wayne Pivac, obviously, you really don't like him. Look, I think that you're overrating. You're overrating your dislike for him pretty early days. But in the same sense, it's your opinion, and you should know more about Wales than I do. South Africa, between these two teams, South Africa have won 22, Scotland only 5. And also, I want to point out a stat here that hasn't come up on the screen. South Africa have won 9 of the last 10 against Scotland here. 9 of the last 10. Last meeting was 26-22 South Africa in Scotland back in 2018, so a few years ago. And I wouldn't be surprised if a similar scoreline actually happened in 26-20. To be honest with you, wouldn't be surprised with a very similar scoreline there. Jack Lewis says Italy versus Argentina should be easy Argentina win, but I disagree. But I reckon Italy can stay within 14 points. I disagree. I've tipped Italy. But you would know it if you subscribe to the Rugby Down Under podcast YouTube channel, Jack. Jay Hay says, how's the weather in Scotland? Not raining, I hope. No, it's beautiful. Actually, every single game has been beautiful. When they played Australia, it was brilliant. This game, yet again, is just absolutely brilliant. I'm surprised at how perfect the weather is. Every single time that these games are being played, I haven't seen a bad one. Victor says, or Fiji game. Or Fiji game? What do you mean, or Fiji game? Or Fiji versus Wales? What about it? Jay has better weather than Dubai. Zach Renshaw says, who wants my Stan login? I'm on Stan right now. I'm watching Stan. But obviously a lot of these people, not everyone here is actually from Australia. There's a lot of people who are from all over the world, from South Africa and Scotland and all over the place. So I don't think you can get onto Stan if you're not from Australia. Deliveroo sponsors this Scotland team. Okay, well, fair enough. Well, I did have a coffee before that order from Deliveroo, so I'm taking one for the team there. But here we go, guys. They're coming out to the field. Annika says, Wales don't have a scrum coach or a good defensive coach after 2019. Wales being shite. Yeah, they haven't been great since 2018 when they peaked too early, mate. Jack Lewis says, I don't have time to watch all these bloody podcasts. I watch them in between a full-time job, but I watch as many streams as I can with you and Hamish. No, Jack Lewis, I'm talking about the podcast channel. So on the podcast channel, I split it up. I edited the podcast into 3-minute videos, 3 to 5-minute videos. So it just, you can see our predictions for the obviously for the All Blacks game, for the Italy versus Argentina game, this game, Australia, England, Fiji, Wales. It just kind of obviously helps for people like yourself who are busy get those little clips to know the most important part of the podcast. We don't upload the full thing there. I just put 3-minute videos out. Victor said Fiji, Wales, and T20 same time. Yes, they are. And same with Georgia, France. So I either have to choose Fiji, Wales, and Georgia, France, or the Australia versus New Zealand World Cup final in the cricket. It's a difficult one. And I says, you mean 2019, remember Grand Slam and semi in the World Cup? No, I mean 2018. You peaked too early. Alrighty, guys, we're about to get into the national anthems here. I'm very excited. Scotland coming out here onto the field. Scotland coming out onto the field, guys. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. We obviously, due to broadcasting restrictions, I cannot show you the game live, but the best I can do is commentate the game, tell you exactly what's going on, talk to you guys in the chat. You do have to be subscribed. It is free. You have to refresh the screen after you've subscribed. Get involved in the banter. Tell me I suck. Tell me everyone sucks. I don't really give a shit. As long as you don't go too far with the banter, obviously. And we do get some people who do. we do. Maybe not so much on rugby, though. Rugby is usually like rugby is really good banter normally. Rugby league is when it gets pretty feisty. Rugby league is when it gets pretty feisty on this channel sometimes. But Scotland coming out here onto the field. Jack Lewis says, honestly, would you swap one Scotland player in South Africa's side? Is there one player who would make their 15? I'm not sure. Maybe Finn Russell. Finn Russell, absolutely. And you'd also look at Stuart Hogg there over Willie le Roux, potentially. It depends on what you think of Willie le Roux. He's a very polarising figure when it comes to his playing style. Had a horrific rugby championship, can be a very good player, but can also be a pretty poor player from time to time. And like I said, he had a pretty terrible rugby championship. So I'd be definitely looking at Stuart Hogg instead of Willie le Roux. But that's just down to personal preference. And yeah, Finn Russell, absolutely. So a couple of key positions there that you're already starting to think of, and that's just off the top of my head here. That's just off the top of my head. Army of the Pro says, hi mate, how are you? I'm going alright, mate. Ready for a big night here of rugby. Get ready for a big night here of rugby to make up for the Chicago Bulls loss here today. Ali Ahmed, my guy, every single time you come onto a stream, you ask me about another sport. Please just keep it related to the sport that we're streaming. I could not care less about the Cricket World Cup right now. Like, we're about to watch Scotland versus South Africa. I'm not thinking about the World Cup final tomorrow night. It's like when you come onto an NBA stream and you ask me about what I think about the rugby. It's like, bro, just keep it to this. Like, why are you asking me about the? What you asked me rugby today, and now you're asking me cricket? Like, what are you doing? I don't get it. You're always asking about a different sport. So playing the bagpipes here. Here we go. Here we go. It's just a crack up. It's always another sport. John Finifiwaki says prediction. My prediction for this game, I believe I said South Africa 28-22 or 28-20, something like that. I think I took South Africa. But then again, both teams have pretty good defenses, so it could actually be an 18-15 kind of game. Sam Levi says, where can I watch the stream of the game? If you're in Australia, Sam, I would absolutely suggest Stan, because you get a month free trial, actually. And it's perfect time because we've still got these games for the next week as well. And then the sevens and whatnot, so definitely get amongst that. But if you're not in Australia, I'm not too sure, dude. VIPbox.tv, maybe, not too sure. Ali Ahmed, Australia play England at 4:30 in the morning. Going to be a big game. So in about 4.5 hours' time, we've got the Ireland-New Zealand game right after this. Jack Lewis says, who do you think is going to win the Cockroach 200 metre final? I'm going to have to go with someone from the Brisbane Broncos. Yes. I'm going to have to go with someone from the Brisbane Broncos because they're all cockroaches. All right, South African national anthem getting underway here. I think the forwards are going to really crunch into the Scottish today. Like I said, I think Scotland are pretty good, and I think they're underrated. But in the same sense, I think the forwards here for South Africa might be able to get the job done. Nche had a very good rugby championship, in my opinion. Banumbi, he was pretty good as well, obviously in that second game against New Zealand. So yeah, there's a few factors here that may lean with the Scots, but we may lean with the South Africans, but the Scots are a very tough team. They're not going to lay down. They're not going to make it easy for you, especially at Murrayfield. And the Wallabies found that out the hard way last week. Yes, they had excuses, but in the same sense, actually, to be fair, I actually really enjoyed that result as a Wallabies fan. I obviously wanted to win, but it was still a good result for the Wallabies nonetheless. Jay Hay says Jack Lewis, the fastest cockroach will win. Yep, all Broncos. But Sia Kolisi here, he is singing and proud. I wonder if we're going to see Jarvo this week. Obviously, we saw Jarvo for the Japanese game. I think the security would be absolutely up and at him. I think the security would be absolutely up and at him right now, because there's no way they're going to allow themselves to get embarrassed like they did multiple times. So it's going to be Scotland come up here for the next anthem. Now, I think where Scott's luck is actually the back line too. And this is why it could be a little bit of a struggle here. It could be that the back line that might struggle to cope with the pace here of South Africa, especially with the full strength South African team minus Colby. Cheslin Colby coming back into that team will be absolutely fantastic. And I think a lot of the Box fans are hoping, praying and wishing that he comes back ASAP, because he's been out for quite some time now. He obviously wasn't able to play in that tournament and in the Rugby Championship, and hasn't been here for a while. So, prayers up to him. Hopefully he can get back soon. Is anyone in the chat? Can someone let me know how long they expect Cheslin Colby to be out for? Because he's been out for a while. Anthony O'Brien Freeman says, "Hey Blaze, hello Anthony. How we doing, son? Who you tipping in this game, mate? Who you getting behind? Who you getting behind here? Beautiful day in Scotland. Gee whiz, you just gotta love it." It'd just be, I can already feel that it would just be a beautiful kind of temperature there too. It'd just be an unreal temperature, because Scotland can be just quite so fresh, and with a beautiful day like this, you can't ask for better rugby conditions, especially in the Northern Hemisphere, because as we were speaking about before, it can obviously rain quite considerably, quite frequently. So, it's perfect here for some rugby. And we saw with Wales game the other week against South Africa that they had to play in some testing conditions, and rain always favours the Northern Hemisphere. Rain and tough conditions like that always favours the Northern Hemisphere. So a beautiful day like this always favours the Southern Hemisphere. However, they've got the home crowd behind them, which is obviously the big bonus here. Victor says, I picked South Africa, but I like the Scots. Tough game. Java goes everywhere. I like him, unlike that wanker who lost it for Wales. Yeah, that was a different story, Victor. Yeah. The guy who ran on the field during the Wales game, he was a dickhead. he was an actual moron. He genuinely potentially cost Wales the game, and it does give you that question mark about the result, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe Wales would have scored. My personal opinion. Starting XP here for Scotland. Strowman is the 1, McAnally is the 2, and Ferguson is the prop, with Skinner and Gilchrist in the second row. Haining is the flanker, with Ritchie as the flanker, and Ferguson as well as the number 8. The Ferguson boys in the prop and in the number 80 for Scotland. For the backs here for Scotland, Van der Merwe and McLean on the wings, with Stuart Hogg as the fullback. Harris and Scott in the centres, and Finn Russell's the 10. Ali Price is the 9. I love Ali Price as the scrum half there. He's a very good number 9, and I think that he's going to have a really cracker game here today. Going here to the South Africa starting XV, their forwards, Nche and Nyakane as the props, with Umbanambi as the number 2. Number 4 and number 5 is Etzebeth and Mostert, with Kolisi the 6, Smith as the 7, and then Dwayne Vermeulen as the number 8 there. 2 massive buddy gee-whiz flankers there. Mapimpi and Creel on the wings, with LaRue as the fullback, Lucanio Arm and Damien Dialende as the 12 and the 13, with Elton Yanchis and Herschel Yanchis in that 9 and 10 there. Elton Yanchis obviously the fly half, with Herschel being in the number 10 scrum half. But Ewan Ashman, Barty, Kebbell, Hodgson, Watson, Horn, Hastings and Kinghorn for Scotland as the replacements. Malcolm Marks, Kitshoff, Kosh, Diaga, Visa and a few others there, but it got taken off the screen. Jay Hayes, yeah, good on you, man. I'm in the process. My score prediction is 22-14. Scotland win. Just note what I just did in the chat there. Jay's, obviously, you'll just do it the next time. I'm in the process. My score, that's right, my score prediction is 22-14 Scotland win. Big win there for Scotland if they can win here. Like I said, they're in like 7th position right now, or 7th position on the world rankings. If they're able to win against South Africa here, they would go right on up there, son. If they can win, New Zealand beat Ireland, and if England lost to Australia, New Zealand beat Ireland, and Scotland were able to win here, I believe they might go into the top 5. I think they could go into the top 5 here, but they would need a couple of results to go their way for that to be possible. A couple of results. And not just the one. And obviously that England-Australia result would be a very debatable one for them to get over the top of. But here we go. The ball is coming out here. The ball is coming out here. I'm so excited for this. I really hope it's a good game, man. I think it will be. I think it'll be a defensive grind, and I just think that those outside backs and the attacking fluidity of what South Africa can bring in the Springboks will really pull them across the line here. But Scotland are on the up. I've been saying it for years now. If you've been following my channel for a while now, you would know that I believe Scotland are an up-and-coming team. I don't think they're there yet, but they're definitely up-and-coming. Gooseberg says, my prediction is you're a mad lad and it's going to be a good game. I like that. That's a good comment. I like that. I agree with that comment. I agree. Stormfan says, hi Blaze. Hello Stormfan. How we doing? All right, so who's going to be kicking this ball off here? I think it could be Scotland kicking off here. It is Scotland kicking off. So Scotland are going to be kicking off to South Africa here. Jack Lewis says Murrayfield is rocking the atmosphere. Yeah, absolutely, man. Rugby atmosphere in Northern Hemisphere, for me, in New Zealand, it's incredible. South Africa, it's incredible. Australia can be incredible if it's a game at Suncorp. I don't like ANZ. I'm not a big fan of ANZ Stadium. But Suncorp Stadium, incredible atmosphere. So, I find that with all the Northern Hemisphere places, the atmosphere that, UK with their football and just sport in general brings, it does translate quite considerably. So no, you can't ever complain with the Northern Hemisphere sport in atmosphere, whether it be football, whether it be rugby, whether it be anything. But here we go, guys. Rivers McLean, 2 tries on Scotland debut versus Tonga 2 weeks ago. He was unbelievable. He was unbelievable there. All right, and on the other wing, Jesse Creel. He's a big man. He's a big man. Dwayne Vermeulen here, record for starts at number 8, 58. He's had 58 starts here for the Boks. That's incredible. 58 starts here for Dwayne Vermeulen is just incredible there for the Boks. So Angus Gardner here, the referee. Let's see if he can have a good game here today. Let's see if he can have a good little cheeky game here today. Anthony O'Brien says, if you're new around here, like and subscribe, hit those post notifications on so you know every time Blaze has a live stream or video. Absolutely, mate. You are absolutely spot on there, son. You've never been more spot on in your life. But all right, so Scotland here to kick off. Scotland here. I'll go 28-23. I'll say my scoreline prediction 28-23, but it could easily be 18-15. So Scotland kick it off, and South Africa will get this ball here from the 5 metre line here, and they're going to whack this one away. Ooh, not a great kick. Not a great kick. It's going to go just outside the 22 here, so about 27 metres out here from the box line. Scotland will get the line out here early days, so they're going to be in a nice little attacking position. I don't really like that kick there. I think that was a massive, massive, massive struggle. Oh, short line out here. They spread out to the left-hand side here. They're at the 40, and big run up the forwards there. Really big run up the forwards there by the big number 8 there. But I think I knocked the ball on. They've already knocked the ball on. So it should be South Africa ball. Yep, it will be a scrum here to South Africa. And Umbanambi, he's very happy about that one. That is a huge hit there. And Finn Russell is the one who actually dropped that. Finn Russell is the one who dropped that for Scotland, which is very unlike him. Annika says Scotland should hand between New Zealand in 2017, 22-17. So close, and this is the strongest Scotland side since the early 1990s. I agree. I would agree, Anarchist. And this is why I've been saying for years now that Scotland drawn me up. Do I believe that they're going to win the World Cup in 2023? Absolutely not. But do I think they're a lot more competitive than they have been previously? Absolutely. The Scotland pack weight here, 909 compared to South Africa's 888. That is a significant weight advantage there. That's about 21 kilos advantage to Scotland. You would never have expected that here against South Africa. You never would have expected that against South Africa. But alrighty, here we go. So scrum here to the box. Let's see what Yankees can do here off this scrum. Let's see who can win it. Because like I said, Scotland have that massive advantage right now in the weight in the pack weights. Oh, that's going to go down there. It's going to be a penalty here, South Africa. Absolutely, absolutely. So despite the weight advantage there for Scotland, South Africa are going to come away with that one with a nice little penalty, and they're going to boot this one down deep here. Nice little attack coming on. Oh, gee whiz! I've just hit my keyboard. Do remember, guys, it is 12:05 in the morning here, so I do have to relatively keep it down. That's why I'm not going crazy right now, but usually we go pretty crazy on the channel when it's not, 12 in the morning. And so they're going to get a line out here about 40 metres out here from the Scottish line, the Springboks. Ethan Rommel asked me on a stream that's not a rugby union. We will do a rugby league stream event in the near future. So it's going to be boxed here with the line out just inside there, or just outside the 40 of Scotland here. Annika says they can make the semi-final of the next World Cup. They have a bigger bogey team for France. They have been a bogey team for France. Interesting. So South Africa got a penalty here. So they've won the line out and they're going to get a penalty here. Another advantage. That's 2 advantages there. And Scotland is still holding onto the ball. It's going to be a penalty here. So yeah, they're just going to wait this one down deep. Don't go for the 3 here. It's in the side. It's in the corner. But Scotland really ill-disciplined early days here. Wow. They're putting themselves in a dodgy position here. 2 penalties in the first 3 minutes of this game. Scotland are putting themselves in a very dangerous position here with the referee early days. Very dangerous position here with the referee early days. But Anarchist, I disagree. I don't believe that they can make the semi-final. I think that the semi-finalists of the World Cup in 2023 will be... I do back in the Wallabies. I do, absolutely. And I think that anyone realistically should, knowing how young the team is. I think that... that's a good kick. Oh, that's a good kick. They're going to be 15 metres out here, the box with the line out. I believe, obviously, the All Blacks will be there. I think that we will probably see... I just don't know if the box can I think they should make the semis, though. But then again, surely all 3 of the Southern Hemisphere big dogs don't make those semi-finals. It's difficult right now. We're still 2 years out, man. Still a long way to go. But South Africa are going to win the line out here, and let's see how this one goes here from the push, because Scotland got a big team here, and here we go, Umbanambi and the lads. They're pushing out big. They're pushing big here. Good start here for the box. Really good start here for the box. Discipline-wise for Scotland, just debatable and shaky, but they're going to have good defence there, the Scottish here. But here's a good run. Look at that. Dwayne Vermeulen there with a huge run. Very strong run there. Right-hand side gives it off. Herschel Jantjies gets it off to Sia Kolisi here. They're 10 metres out here from the line. What is South Africa going to want to do? They're going to go left-hand side here. Jantjies gets it to... Oh, my goodness me. Etzebeth there crunching the tackle there by the Scottish. Jantjies here. Left-hand side for South Africa. They're 10 metres out. Here they come. It's Unshay with the ball. He's 10 metres out. He rolls it back. That actually should have been a penalty to Scotland, in my personal opinion, for not releasing. But whatever. So it's going to be South Africa here, left-hand side. They give it off to... Etzebeth. Oh, my goodness me. That is just a monstrous run there. That's just a monstrous run there from Etzebeth. Absolutely, Stephen Mansky, I love it. So left-hand side here, and it's going to be Quagga Smith. Smith here, the big number 7 there. He'll run this one for about a 5 metre. No, they're still about 8 metres out here. And back to Etzebeth again. He is just going bang, 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 bang with these runs. Straight up the guts again. They're 8 metres out right now. They're 8 metres out. Here come the box. Herschel Yanchis goes right-hand side here, and they're going to step inside. Oh, Elton Yanchis nearly broke through, but he couldn't do it. Herschel Yanchis right-hand side again. The box, good defense here from Scotland. Fantastic defense here from Scotland right now. The box aren't encroaching anything on this 10 metres right now, and they're still about 15 metres out right now. And that should have been a penalty of Scotland as well, in my opinion. I think they did. Anyway, so South Africa here, left-hand side, gives it off, and they get it off to Mapimpi. Mapimpi taken down 5 metres out here. Mapimpi couldn't get it. Penalty advantage here to South Africa. Penalty advantage to South Africa. So this is probably going to be a try here because either way they're going to get an opportunity. He kicks it through the Elton Yanchis. Good take there by Finn Russell, but it's going to be a penalty here. So they're going to kick this one over the sideline. Jay Hayes says 35 to 18 into the box. I don't know if there's going to be that many points in this one, man. Like we've seen already, that the defense is fantastic here from Scotland early days. The defense here from Scotland has been just simply surreal. So let's see if the box can score right now, though. They've had the opportunities. They have had the opportunities, but they're going to go for the scrum here, I think. No, the line out. They've gone for the line out here. The Pro says, mate, I've got to go. All right, mate, have a good one. Jay Hayes says 35-18 in the box. Already read that. Annika says Australia have a good chance. New Zealand won't win it. Yeah, I don't believe so either. Australia vs France, final. France will win. I forgot about France. Noted France winning. If I'll be at the World Cup in 2023, so if any of you guys are there, jump in the vlog. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. And they're going to lose the line out. Scotland have won the line out. Scotland have won the line out. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. Scotland have won the line out, and they're going to kick this one away here. And that's unbelievable defence there from the Scots. That's unbelievable there from the Scots. Adakat Shan says Tosoviti. Very early in the morning for you guys there in Fiji right now. But Mapimpi runs this one through, and knock on from Scotland. Knock on from Scotland. That's yikes. That's another yikes there. Oh, Mapimpi's still going here. Knock-on advantage. Is that a penalty advantage or a knock-on advantage here for South Africa right now? That's a penalty. Oh, no, they're not going to call penalty. They're going to call the knock-on here. I think it's a knock-on here against South Africa, against Scotland, yeah. Gee whiz, Scotland really doing well here on the defense. Like I said, they're really muscling up. There's so much muscle here. There's so much strength, and they are seriously preventing this this South Africa team from getting into the motions. And I'm impressed right now. I'm impressed. I saw them do it against the Wallabies, but can they do it here? Annika says, biggest one says Shark Brain was saying sorry. That wasn't the real Shark Brain, my guy. That wasn't the real Shark Brain. Adakat Shan says, yeah, it's 3:15 a.m, but we are rugby lovers. I'll watch that, mate. Adakat Shan, I'm actually going to be back in Fiji in about a week and a half's time. Come December 1st, I will be flying back to Fiji. So I'll still obviously be doing my streams, but no, I'm looking forward to getting home and seeing my family. It was my daughter's birthday today, but obviously I wasn't able to be there with her. But I'll be back in Fiji at the beginning of the next month, so I'll obviously go and visit my family, because we've been in lockdown for Sydney for a long time, and finally we got off a couple of weeks ago, and now I can go. So 8 minutes gone here, and South Africa with the scrum just inside the attacking half, and they're doing good here for a team. Oh, that's going to be a penalty in South Africa. This Scotland team is so ill-disciplined right now. So ill-disciplined. It's not a penalty, sorry. It wasn't a penalty. It was just but just telling him to get the ball out. So South Africa here, Delande's going to back that one box kick there, and that's out in the full. That's out in the full. Terrible kick. Terrible kick. Terrible kick. Terrible kick. That's a terrible kick, my good sirs. So it will be a line out here to the Scottish around the 40. I'm telling you, they're playing well, man. Really impressed right now. Really impressed. Really impressed. Jonathan Fiwaki says, have they decided the Rugby World Cup pools? Yeah, man. Yeah, about 2 years ago. Or last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? It was last year. It was last year. Australia are in... Oh, so they're going to win that line out. Scotland nearly got that ball back, but it will be... It's going to be... Who's the line-out ball? Who's got the ball here? It's going to be... It's a knock-on into touch here from who? From South Africa or from... I'm not too sure. I really don't know what the call is here. I really don't know what the call is here. All I know is that there has been a dropped ball here, and it looked like it could have been South Africa. But either way, Scotland didn't win their line-out. Both teams aren't looking great right now in regards to the line-out. Both teams are really kind of struggling. Yeah, thanks, Jay. All right, so it's going to be... Who's the scrum here too? I love this. I love that I'm watching right now when I have no idea what the call is. Yeah, both teams strong in the line-out right now. Don't forget, guys, obviously we will be streaming both the Wales Fiji tomorrow night, France versus Georgia, Australia England later on today, and also the New Zealand versus Ireland game. So go and hit that subscribe button. It is free. You may as well. We're growing. We're on our way to 15,000 right now, so I do appreciate you. But it's going to be, it was South Africa who got the ball here, so they're going to push the scrum. Penalty, absolutely. Wow. They're crushing Scotland here on the scrum. So left-hand side here for the Boks, and they've got a penalty advantage. They're at the halfway point right now. Taken down. Look at that. That's a nice little run there. And that's going to be a penalty. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So do they take the 3 here? That's a big question. That's a big question here. Do they take the 3? I think BKR. 27, bro. But this is going to be a penalty here against Scotland. Like I said, their discipline has been really bad. They're not going to go for the 3 here. They're going to go for the kick over the sideline, and that's a good kick. It gets it to the... Oh, it's an okay kick. It's just outside the 22 right now. Just outside the 22. Just outside the 22 here for the Boks, but Scotland's defense is solid. Can the Boks break through right now? Herschel Jantjies actually hasn't been too bad in the number 9. Elton Jantjies hasn't really had his statement made just yet. Luca Jones says, great to see World Rugby is showing more rugby on their website. Absolutely, but I think, what's the other games on right now? Who's the other games? Is it Italy? Is it Italy playing against Argentina right now? Is that the other game? I think so. So we're still waiting here for this line out. They're about 25 minutes out of the Scotland line, and they will win the line out, which is big because obviously they haven't been winning their line out so far in this game, and they're going to run away quickly. See Khaleesi. Khaleesi gets it off here, and it's going to be Etzebeth with another big run. Etzebeth has been huge so far. And that's, oh, here we go. Look at this one. That's Etzebeth there. Sorry, that was Quagga Smith who made the run. That was Etzebeth just then. So left-hand side here, and they give it off to Damien Dilende. Dilende here inside the 22. Herschel Jantjies gets it off to Khaleesi. Oh, that's a high tackle. That should be a high tackle there against Scotland. He hasn't called that. Wow, that's ridiculous. Eben Etzebeth there. Another run. He's been tackled, has to go down. That's going to be, oh, wow, they're going to call it fine. That's ridiculous because that should have been a penalty there. And penalty. I guess South Africa get the penalty anyway. But there was a high tackle there. But I'm surprised that it wasn't called just then. Italy versus Argentina. Yeah, Luca Jones. What's the score of that Italy versus Argentina game right now? What's the score? All right, so South Africa here, what are they going to do? They're going to take the 3, or they're going to go for the line out here. I'd really like to see them go for the attack here, though. But then again, you know, they've already gone for an attack once. They've had 5 penalties to 0 so far. 5 penalties to 0. So they are going to go for the line out here. Really attacking Boks outfit right now. Really interesting how they're just going for the attack and going for the try. I like it. I like how they're putting the pressure on. And I guess let's go Italy. Yeah, well, I tipped Italy, so I would love Italy to get a sneaky little win there, but in the same sense, Argentina, Southern Hemisphere. Mr. Achilles said it's 7-0 to Argentina. Thanks, man. Anthony O'Brien says, who did you tip in this game? I took the Boks here, mate. Took the Boks, but you should be following and subscribing to the Rugby Down Under podcast YouTube channel, where we put out our tips every single week for every single game, And from next week, we'll be doing the smaller games too, because they've been doing really well for a small channel there. So South Africa will win the line here. 10 metres out. Here we go. Junior Jackson says, hey, hello, Junior Jackson. And good defence here from the Scottish early. Good defence here from the Scottish again. 10 metres out here. They're going to get this ball out here, South Africa. They're going to get swamped. They've lost the ball. Yep. Knock on against Scotland. No, knock on against... it is a knock on against Scotland, yeah. You're absolutely right, it's Zarkles. I'll be streaming all 3 games tonight. Jack Lewis says, Springboks showing their physicality here. Scotland finding it hard to live with, especially the scrum, which is interesting because they've got a 21 kilo weight advantage. But it's interesting because Scotland have been very good defensively, just can't get any ball for getting any attack. Like, no attack. Oh, good, Jay Hayes. Nice work, man. So the Boks here, they're going to be 10 metres out here from the line with the scrum. Just absolutely crushing the scrum right now. Why does this keep doing this? So I'm just going to exit my, what's it called? Exit my Want to Share Film More right now. Get rid of that. All right, back on. Anthony Bryan says, how long does rugby go for? 80 minutes, mate. All right, so South Africa here. Oh, I just paused it accidentally. So scrum here, 10 metres out here for South Africa again. Gee whiz, they're absolutely crushing their scrum though. This is dangerous here for the Scots. Very dangerous here for the Scots. So South Africa here, right-hand side, the big man, Vermeulen here. He's taken down 10 metres out here from the line. Can South Africa get over the line right now? No, John Finuwaki, he says ref is Aussie, he's getting payback for last week. The Scots have been very disciplined in this game. That's offside. That should be offside there against Scotland. They're not going to call it though. So South Africa here, still with the ball just inside. Oh, that's absolutely offside. Oh, it's going to be play on. I would disagree with a couple of these calls here actually in favour of Scotland. Sam Levi says, I'm very concerned with your sleep schedule if you're streaming 3 games today. Mate, this isn't even the worst of it. Last week was worse. We had 4 games straight, and then we had the NBA. Last week was huge. Oh, Scotland, they're not going to kick it. They're going to get this ball away. Scotland are away. Scotland are away. Scotland are broken through. They're at the 22. They're at the 40. Scotland are away. Scotland are away. Oh, good tackle there by South Africa at the halfway line. So Scotland with an attack here. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. Yes, should be a yellow card. I would give a yellow card there. I would give a yellow card there. He's deliberately done that to prevent the play. I would give a yellow card there against Willie LaRue. That's a penalty. How good is that for Scotland? How good is that for Scotland? They have defended for 15 minutes against one of the best teams on the planet. They've defended this entire time, and then Scotland have then gone and broke away for 15 minutes. I'd go for the 3 here. I'd score a 3 here. If I'm Scotland, I'd go for the 3 here. But yeah, Sam Levi last week, obviously we had the... it's going to be 38 metres out. Oh, they've got an extra 10 metres. Oh yeah, Willie LaRue, another 10 yards was given, so another 10 metres was given. So this is going to be an easy kick here for Scotland. They're going to go 3-0. This is incredible here for Scotland. I'm very impressed with this start. Duhan van der Merwe beat most defenders in 2021 Six Nations. He was the one who got the breakaways then. But yes, Emily, last week we had... what was the first game? We had Ireland versus Japan, and then we streamed the Fiji versus Spain game. Then we did the Wales versus South Africa game, and then we did the France versus Argentina game. And then 2 hours later, I did the Chicago Bulls versus 76ers game. So I did 5 streams in a row. We stream all the time here, man. We love our sport. Then tomorrow night, we've got some big streams as well. We've got the NFL Red Zone. We've got the potential Cricket World Cup or the France game. And they will get the 3. Beautiful. That's crazy how the Scottish crowd just went completely silent there. And that is a 3. And Scotland, after all this sustained pressure here from South Africa, all this pump pressure that South Africa have been putting on the Scottish, they've been able to live through it. They've been able to get past it. And look at this. They're up 3-0. How good is that? Guys, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. But van der Merwe, what a huge run there for van der Merwe. What a huge run for van der Merwe to break through for the halfway after all that. So 3-0 here to the Scots with 17 minutes gone. I think this might make South Africa a lot more nervy to go for the try. I think that South Africa are going to really focus on, going for 3 now too, because they know that Scotland are a very tough team to play at the moment. But Willie LaRue will catch this ball around the 40. He's going to box kick that one up. Here we go. They're going to chase this one through. How's it going to go? Easy take there for Finn Russell, and Finn Russell slapped down there at his own 40. He's not released that ball. That should be a penalty. No, apparently not. So right-hand side here for Scott. Oh, I tell you what, it's been a couple of dodgy decisions here, in my personal opinion. But nothing game-changing wise. Just been a couple of dodgy decisions, though. Quagga Smith going for the rake there, but he can't get it. So Scotland here looking like they're probably going to go for a little bit of a box kick just to get themselves out of trouble. And Ali Price will whack that one up in the air. Ali Price puts it up in the air. Willie LaRue here to grab this one. And good take there by Willie LaRue, to be honest with you. Good take under a lot of pressure there. That's going to be a penalty. Yep, that's going to be a penalty in Scotland. Yep, well done. Well done. That's going to be a penalty in Scotland here. Absolutely. Do you go for the 3 here and make it 6-0? Or do you go and put some pressure on? Because there hasn't been any pressure on the box defense just yet. There's been no pressure on the box defense just yet. So if Scotland go for the line out here, this will be the first time we see them put on. This is really good here. Tartan Bear says, Mod Scotland, they're doing well, mate. Doing very well here. You can see how buddy Ali Price is very happy with that one. Very happy with that one. Crazy New Zealand. Hello, son. How we doing? So 3-0 here. Do they go for the 3 or do they go for the try? This is an interesting decision here because I still think they'll get it. It's not the easiest of kicks. It's 40 metres out and literally on the wing. But it's going to be interesting. I would like to see Scotland go for the try here, but I think they'll be safe and I think they're going to go for the 3 points. I think they're going to be safe here and they're going to go for the 3 points. They've already got 1 penalty so far. And I think that, yep, that's exactly what they're going to do here. Finn Russell's going to be taking the kick. Annika says, get Willie off and get Fassy on. I don't really like Willie LaRue, my guy. That's why I said I'd take probably Stuart Hogg there. We're comparing the sides of 4. So the whole stadium completely silent right now. Just crazy. You could say anything and you would get that heard by the entire TV. And he will... Oh, he's curled it around. He missed it just. That's a bad miss kick there. That's a bad miss kick. I thought he had that, but it just kept curling, and he misses the kick. So we'll stay at 3-0 to the Scots after 20 minutes here. And obviously, it's going to be Yanchis here. Elton Yanchis kicking this ball away from the 22. Yikes, that's a bad miss there. For Scotland. I really think they should have gone for the try. I really do, but it is what it is. Obviously, you got to put pressure on the box, but that's going to be a knock on there against South Africa, against Scotland. South Africa with the ball here. That was a knock on there as well there from a Manumbi. Yeah, absolutely. So first knock on here against Scotland, and then South Africa. So the scrum here will be for the box, but that's a horror 2 minutes there. They had an open opportunity there for a line out. They could have gone and kicked it to the 5. They had a very good opportunity there to put themselves into an attacking position, but instead they said to the box, we're going to respect you too much, because you can respect teams too much. Scotland have respected South Africa way too much there by going for the 3. Way too much. Ryan Zagel says, are union kickers better than league kickers with their technique? They used to be, not anymore. We've seen a lot of union kickers missing lately. We've seen Australia miss a lot of kicks recently. New Zealand's been missing a lot of kicks. South Africa's been missing a lot of kicks with Honcho Pollard. Australia can't find any good kicker. Noah Alessio, Quade Cooper. Literally everyone. James O'Connor's back now, so maybe he'll be our kicker. New Zealand, obviously, they've been missing a few kicks with Geordie Barrett. With Barrett kicking there. So, yeah, interesting. A lot of not Willie LaRue, sorry. Andre Pollard missing. A lot of the Northern Hemisphere teams missing too. This is going to be a penalty here, South Africa. This is going to be a penalty. Yeah, absolutely. Penalty, South Africa. And they get this ball out quickly here. So, penalty advantage. They're at their own 40. Left-hand side. They've got numbers here, South Africa. They've got numbers here. They're at the 40. He gets it out, and it's going to be too late there for Pimpy. Bro, you're going to pass that ball way earlier. It's going to be a knock on there against South Africa. But the penalty advantage, absolutely. That says, but Wales can kick, right? Yeah, cool. They also lost last week. Anthony O'Brien says they should have went for a try and tried to put pressure on South Africa. That's what I'm saying. Exactly right. What I'm saying. Luca Jones says, Australia have the most bandwagon fans in the world. No gave a shit about us when we lost 3-0 to the Kiwis, and since we won 5-0, we have lots of fans. I know, Luca Jones. I know. But you just have to deal with it. Whenever you're winning, people obviously support. Whenever you're losing, people don't support. I guarantee you that most countries around the world would be like this, and it's just what sport is, man. So, yeah, look, you've got me, and you've got yourself, and you've got other Australians who genuinely get around this sport and get around the Wallabies, even when they're shithouse. But then, obviously, you do have your group of supporters who only jump on when they're good. So you just have to deal with it. That's what sport is. Jack Lewis, and I welcome it because then it gets better atmosphere at Suncorp. Jack Lewis says, if Scotland don't start winning scrums, they will lose this game, giving away far too many penalties. Absolutely, Jack Lewis. They've been really good defensively, but there will be a time when the box will break through, and that's what I'm saying. Scotland have to go for the attack there. They have to put the attack and pressure on, because now South Africa know, like, realistically, it kind of tells them that they're scared to attack. That's exactly what that 3-point kick means. Not the one that they got. I agree with that one. But the one to make it 6-0 from the sideline, just didn't like that one. So Sikalisi here gets taken down to the 22, and can the box break through this time? They've had a lot of attacks so far. Scotland have been really, really good defensively. It's a penalty. Penalty Scotland. Ooh, penalty South Africa. Take it 3. So penalty South Africa here, and there could be a yellow card here for having penalties, or they might just be just warning him here. I think they might just be warning the Scots here. I think they might just be warning the Scots here because there's been a lot of penalties. They've been very ill-disciplined in this game, and I'm talking about very ill-disciplined. They have been incredibly ill-disciplined in this game. All right, so yeah, they are just warning him here, but Scotland are on the brink of a yellow card right now, lads. On the brink. I would say they go for the 3 here, so there we go. Because Scotland have proven that they're a tough team, and I think that, to be fair, if Scotland can force South Africa into a kicking game, into a penalty-taking game, I do actually believe that Scotland win. I do actually believe Scotland win here if they can force them to take on the 3-point penalty, basically game style. Jay Hayes says, back in the day, a young kid would come onto the field with a bucket of sand when the team would kick conversion. Yeah, obviously it's not back in the day though. We're not back in the 1600s with you, Jay Hayes. But yeah, no, I don't remember that, but I know that that's exactly what happened. All right, sorry, I'm moving my chair. So it is going to be a 3-pointer here for the Box, and I actually think this is good here for Scotland. I think Scotland would appreciate this. I think they would like this. They will get the 3. It's an easy kick, and there it is, 3-3. Boom, 3-3 here. Scotland, South Africa. Good start here. Good game. Very tightly congested game. But good game nonetheless. Very good game here. And it's interesting to see how it does go. There's no guaranteed winner right now. No guaranteed winner here at all so far. Let me know in the chat. Comment in the chat right now who you think is actually on top. Do you think the Box are on top because they've had all the attack and pressure? Or do you think the Scots are on top because they've had some significant defense that have prevented South Africa many times? But then again, they're disciplined. I tell you what, they're disciplined. Tell you what, you are from the 1600s in Perth, Jay Hayes. You're absolutely right. Mate, you've never said anything more right in your life. So the box here, they're going to go for a bit of a box kick. Herschel Yanchis is going to whack this one up top here. And Mapimpi, he's flying through. Mapimpi flying through. Oh, that's going to be a good take there by the Scots here, just inside the attacking half. 45 metres out. Ali Price kicks it over, and that's a great kick. That's a brilliant kick. That's a brilliant grubber there. Is that a 50-22? I think that's a 50-22. That's a 50-22. Well done there by Ali. Oh, no, sorry, they brought it back. No, they brought it back. Sorry, it wasn't a 50-22. It was very close. Very close. But obviously, 50-22 works exactly like the 22. Kicking from inside the 22, you have to be behind the whole time. You can't have gone forward and then brought it back. So it wouldn't have been that anyway. But he was about a metre in front of the 50 when he kicked that just now. So Umbanumbi here for the line out. He puts this one up and they win the line out. There you go. Both teams have been a bit shaky from the line out today. But South Africa runs ball straight up the guts here. Let's see where Herschel Yanchis goes. Box kick. What does he get it back to? He does. It goes into Inche. And Inche gets this ball out to the 22. Herschel Yanchis here, sure. He's going to go for a touch now. He'll go for touch now. No, he's going to go for a box kick again. There's no touch finding. Oh no, he will go for the touch. Interesting box kick, kind of. That's interesting. Okay, well, there you go. Luca Jones says a bit of a tricky situation, but I don't think Marco Corbetti should be be able to play for Australia. You should play where you're born. Agree, like you can't just change your nationality. And plus, it's just saying screw you to your country. No, wrong. So that's not if you're referring to the podcast, the internet. 1 second. Ask me a question when there's a time off. So it's Scotland here with the ball at the 40. They're going to go left hand side here. Ali Price runs this ball and they get taken down here at the 40. He goes right hand side here. Oh, bad pass. And South Africa here. Wow, Scotland lucky to get this ball here. That could be a penalty now. No, Scotland very lucky to get that ball. So right hand side, and they're going to have to kick this one away because oh my god, that's a terrible kick there from Finn Russell. You didn't have to remove that comment there, Jay Hayes. I understood what Luca was saying, but at the same time it's wrong. Okay, so it's going to be a line out here, and it's going to be a line out here to Scotland. Now, if you're referring to the podcast, Luca Jones, that's not what we're saying at all. You just need to choose one country. I don't care what country you play for as long as you're there, but like you don't just pick and choose and swap. This is why I disagree with the potential new ruling of tier 2 nations and whatnot. That's a knock on against Scotland. So it's going to be Mapimpi here with the ball. 45 metres out, gets the ball away here. Quagga Smith kicks it through. Good little kick there, and no one's back there for the Scots, but it is going to be Rivers McLean there who gets back, and that's a great tackle there by Quagga Smith. He's a good buddy. Tell what, he's been good in today's game. So 22 minutes, I don't think he's a good player. Like, of course he's a good player, but he's a little nuggety player who just gets the job done, just keeps going. Willie LaRue here with a little dink on over the top, but that's a great take there by the Scottish, by Ali Price. Well done there by Ali Price to be sweeping out the back to prevent that one. Marcel Musa says, hi, BK. Hello, mate. How we doing? So 27 minutes gone here. It is currently 3-3. And the Scottish here, you would assume they're going to box kick this one and get this one out of here. Ali Price to put this one up into the air and just put themselves out of pressure. But geez, it is looking like that low-scoring grind that I was saying could happen. It was either going to be a 28-23 kind of game or it was going to be an 18-15 kind of game. And 18-15 could still be too many points scored. Because it's currently 3-3 and Scotland have had 0 attacks. And South Africa have had about 3 or 4, but it's gotten too good defensively. Over the top end of Mapimpi. Mapimpi here with the ball at the 40. You don't see him much with the ball. When he has it, he's electrifying. They're going to get this ball up top here, and no one's really chasing it through here for the box. No one chased that through. What was the point of the kick? And Van der Merwe here. He goes out to the right side. No, he's going to get crunched there by Eben Etzebeth. Nice little tucker there by Etzebeth. Left-hand side they go. The big forwards here for the Scots. Ooh, gee whiz. That was a terrible play there by the Scots. They're luckiest. Oh, it was a knock-on. That was terrible. Lucanio Army here with the ball. Gets up to Quagga Smith. Quagga Smith here taking down 45 metres out here. 45 metres out here from the Scottish line. They go left-hand side. Gives it off here and they're going to... Willie LaRue. Oh, good pass there. Good pass. Gets off to Khaleesi. Khaleesi to Mapimpi. Try time Mapimpi. Try Mapimpi. Makazole Mapimpi. And like I said, when he gets the ball, he's electrifying. When he gets the ball, he is electrifying. It's 8-3 here to South Africa. They will break over the line and that is a try to the South Africans. Try to the South African. Stephen Mansky says, go South Africa. Anthony O'Brien. Freeman says, try time. Try time there for the South Africans, and Makazole Mapimpi gets the ball after the knock on there from South Africa. The big old number 1, unfortunately, he was looking for a pass. You shouldn't be looking for a pass as a big prop forward, number 1. And then obviously the South Africans, they see the space there. Damien Diolande sees Sikalisi. Sikalisi runs the ball at the line. He takes the player off the wing, gives it off to Makazole Mapimpi, and Mapimpi scores the try down the left-hand side. This is all down, in my opinion, to Sikalisi taking this ball just that little bit longer to prevent the winger there from being able to get that tackle on Makazole Mapimpi. And as soon as Mapimpi was away there, you knew it was going to be a try. It's a good try there for South Africa. They do take the lead 8-3 with 29 minutes gone here. They're going to check something here, though. I can hear the referees are checking something currently. Luca Jones says, try time, good try. It was a good try. I really appreciated how long Sikalisi took to pass that ball there. He took a while to pass it, which was exactly what the box needed to get that space there for Makazole Mapimpi to break away. So Elton Yaji's here for his kick from the sideline. Kicks a goal 1 from 1, but that was from right in front. Jack Lewis says, anyone miss watching Habana? I do love watching him. Yeah, absolutely. Brian Habana, fantastic player. Fantastic player, lots of pace. One of the paciest guys you'll ever see in rugby, in sport. Alright, so South Africa here from the left-hand side. Does everyone in Scotland respect all the kickers? True. Didn't even know that. Oh, no, sorry. They start, as he goes to kick it, they start going. Okay. So he has missed it. It will be 8-3 here. That was funny. So Scotland do this thing where they're all completely quiet and then it just goes bang. They also start yelling as the opposition kicker starts to go. That's funny. Ryan Zagel says, obviously this isn't a cricket stream, but David Warner has had a good tournament. Good stuff, mate. Luca Jones says, score update, 17 Argentina winning. Well, I regret tipping Italy, don't I? I regret tipping Italy. So South Africa here with the ball. Oh, good take there by the big number 8 here. Oh, my goodness me. Vermeulen, brilliant carry there. So they get taken down here at their own 22. And we're going to see Herschel Yanjis here get this ball back here and just whack it away. A box kick is incoming. Box kick is incoming. Box kick is incoming. So Herschel Yanjis. Oh, that's blocked there. Good stuff there by the Scottish. Good stuff, but Makazole Mapimpi. Mapimpi's away here. Oh, gets taken down here. 28 minutes out. Mapimpi looking really good. Offloads the ball. And high tackle. Ooh, close to a high tackle there against Scotland, but they're not going to call it. They're not going to call it. So left-hand side here. Oh, that's a knock on. Scotland are away. Scotland have a chance. Scotland have a chance. They get it off to the big number 8 here. And Scotland are just inside the 22. Oh, that ball's gone backwards there. But Scotland, calm down, Scotland. You're at the 22 right now. Let's see how you go. Roll through the phases right now. You don't need to go rush. You don't need to rush. So it's going to be 22 minutes out right now for the Scots. And it's going to be a knock-on against South Africa. So it's going to be Scotland ball here at the 22. Interesting. So it's going to be Scotland ball here at the 22. That was a bad knock on there from South Africa. Unfortunately, obviously the kick got blocked there. Willie LaRue, he's had a pretty bad game for me. I have not appreciated Willie LaRue in today's game. I thought he's not been too great. But 31.5 minutes gone here, guys. Go and hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Go and hit that big red subscribe button. And don't forget the International Rugby podcast, the Rugby Down Under podcast, the pinned comment over there. Click on that one and go follow us on Spotify, Apple, Google, the likes, and on YouTube at the Rugby Down Under podcast YouTube channel. We do all our predictions. We talk for 2 hours about literally everything international rugby. Myself and a Kiwi, we literally just talk international rugby for 2 hours every single Wednesday. So, you'll love it, obviously, if you love your rugby. But a scrum here to the Scots, and they're in a very good position here. Luca Jones, we say Fijian fans are loyal to international sport, not to domestic sport. Oh God, not to domestic sport, but international sport, absolutely. Absolutely to international sport. Domestic sport, get out of here. Get out of here. Gordon Green says, how does scoring go? I thought 4 for try, 2 for kick. So 4 for try is in rugby league, Gordon. So this is rugby union. Rugby league is 4 for a try and 2 for a kick. In rugby union, it's 5 for a try and 5 for a try and 2 for the kick. 3 points for the penalty. Obviously, in rugby league, it's 2 points for a penalty. Field goal in league is 1. Field goal in union is 3. So a few different changes. So Scotland here at the 22. 8-3 is the score here to the Boks, but Scotland here, here's their first attacking opportunity of the game. Honestly, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. That's bad scrum work here. They have to get this out quickly. Stephen Mansky, this is a good commentary, BK. I appreciate you, dude. We're going to be here for the next game too, Ireland, New Zealand, and then also, obviously, we'll be here for the Australia versus England game, which is going to be a feisty game there. A very, very feisty game there between the Wallabies and the English. So at the 22 here, still waiting for this scrum. Obviously, that was not a not a good scrum there at all. They both went down very, very quickly there. Very, very quickly. All right, it's Ali Price to put this scrum in. Gordon Green says, you got the best rugby side, hands down. Appreciate you, Gordon. I appreciate that. Obviously, I put a lot of work into the channel, so it's good to see that you guys are enjoying the channel. And, we're not just one sport here. We're multiple. Rugby league, rugby union, NBA, baseball, NFL, everything. So, no, it's good to see that you're enjoying it, mate. Even cricket. But that's a good scrum here by the Box. Good scrum by the Box, but the Scottish get this ball away. And number 12 here for the Scotland. He breaks this one through. Good run. Gee whiz. Very good run there by the winger. So right-hand side here gives this one off, and they're going to be 22 metres out here. Here come the Scottish. Ali Price, left-hand side, gets another Finn Russell. Oh, they're looking for the space. Not a great kick there. But he gets that ball back in here, and it's going to be Van der Merwe here who keeps it in. Finn Russell at the 40. They spread. They've got numbers here. They've got numbers here, the Scots. They've got numbers here, the Scots. They've got numbers here, the Scots. Good defense out of the Box to get there and cover that one down. Scotland are kind of panicking here, but it's going to be an advantage there for a high tackle here. Advantage for a high tackle, and Finn Russell's going to get this one again over the top there to Van der Merwe. Van der Merwe here, he gets away. He gets that ball back on the inside. They're away. Gives it off here. Oh, Chancey, that's a 4 pass. That's a 4 pass. That's a 4 pass. Oh, gets the ball inside. Try for Scotland, but I think it's going to be a no try. I think it's going to be a no try, but Stuart Hogg will score a try here. Try for Scotland. But I think it'll be called back here, lads. I think it's going to be called back here for a no try, but Scotland may have just scored a try here. Scotland may have just scored a try here, but we may have to look at a forward pass in the lead-up. Scotland may have just scored a try here through Stuart Hogg, but I want to have a look back here at this forward pass on the sideline. It could be forward, it might not be, but if not, that's a brilliantly passing play here from Scotland to score a try. I wonder what's going on here with Stuart Hogg's eyes. He's got like green above both of his eyes. They are checking this. I'm pretty certain he'll come back for a penalty advantage though, because they also want to check the touchline, but I'm pretty certain they'll also give the penalty advantage to Scotland anyway, so either way, they don't lose anything here. Either way, they don't lose anything. Okay, so let's have a look at this, because Scotland get this ball over here to Van der Merwe. Van der Merwe steps around here, and nearly gets taken over the sideline, but gives it off to Stuart Hogg. Hogg back on the inside there to number 4. Oh, that pass is dicey. Oh, no, he's in. He's in. If this pass is not called forward, then that is a good try. That is a good try here. If this pass is not called for... I think it's forward, lads. It's marginal. I think it could... I think it's going to be called forward here, guys. Oh, backwards off green. Oh, what are they going to call it? They're going to try. They're going to check touch. But I swear that was forward there. Oh, they're happy with all the passes. Okay. But now they're going to have to see here with the touch line... No, he's in. He's in. He's in. Yep, try. This will be a try. This will be a try because the referee has said he's happy with the passes. So Scotland score a try. There you go, guys. Scotland score a try. It's going to be 8-8 here with the kick to come. Well done to the Scottish. What a try there. They break down the left-hand side. Van der Merwe, he's just been brilliant today. He's had a line break. He's obviously got this break too. Passes it off to Stuart Hogg. Stuart Hogg passes it around. And then Scotland go bang, son. Scotland go bang. 8-8 with a kick to come. And it should be 10-8. Should be 10-8. Keefton says huge for Scotland. Absolutely massive, mate. It is 10-8 here to the Scottish guys. 10-8 to the Scottish. Wowee. What a game we have here. What a game we have here. The Scottish really giving it to the Box right now. They're struggling. And like I said, you can't forget about the Springboks Rugby Championship. They were not good. They're not exactly in form right now. They struggled to Wales. They still beat Wales, but that was also debatable because of the idiot interference from the sideline with some stupid moron running onto the field at the worst time. So it's interesting to see if Scotland can hold out here and do what they did to the Wallabies last week, because this is looking like a very similar game to the Wallabies last week. The Wallabies were undermanned. South Africa not undermanned. There's no excuses here. There's no excuses. All right, so Scotland here with the ball 10 metres out. They're going to run this one back here. Compilation must say South Africa can do this. Man, South Africa can do this. It's only a 2-point game, man. It's only a 2-point game. Only a 2-point game. So Ali Price here with the ball inside their own 22. And up it goes. This is a solid first half. I really appreciate this. And that's a good kick there, but a good take here by Dwayne Vermeulen. Vermeulen taken down here. Oh, that's a maul. It's a maul. It's gone down. It's all right. So South Africa here with the ball. 48 metres out. Left-hand side. They give it off to Unche. And now it's going to be Herschel Yanchis who's going to roll his ball back here through to the 50. Herschel Yangees, he will go for the box kick. He will box kick that one up. And they're going to chase this one through. Damien Dilliande coming through. And that's going to be a good take from Scotland. There a lot of pressure there from Quagga Smith. But it's going to be high. It's going to be a high tackle. It's going to be a high tackle. So penalty here to the Scottish. Penalty here to the Scottish with 3.5 minutes to go. They're still inside their own half, though. Still inside their own half. Cops him in the head there, the old Quagga Smith, playing some tough rugby here, the Scots. Good take, but yeah, that's absolutely a high tackle there. Absolutely. Steve Mensky says, I love rugby. Anthony O'Brien says, I love rugby union and I love this channel too, Blaze. Appreciate you. Tartan Bear says, get in, son, get in. Jack Lewis says, look forward to me, but only just so, I guess, advantage to the attacking team. Absolutely. It was marginal at best. It wasn't like a blatantly forward pass. I think it was kind of forward, like marginally. But in the same sense, I'm happy to let it go as a flat pass. Happy to let it go as a flat pass. But it was definitely debatable. I did call it straight away. It looked very close, slow motion, but I'm happy to let it pass there. So up it goes there for the Scottish. Oh, good line out there from South Africa, but they can't win the line out. Scotland here, they're 45 metres out. Jay Hayes says 250 watching. Hit that like button. Show some support for the channel. Exactly right, guys. Obviously, hit that red subscribe button. But it's going to be Scotland here at the 50. They're going to roll this ball back. You know, Ali Price is probably going to go for a kick. And no, he will not. He'll just go run this one straight up the guts here. They're taken down at the 50. They roll this one back. Ali Price, right hand side again here. They're going to kick this one up. Good kick. Very good kick here. So to Oceans, who he's supporting. Oh, once again, South Africa. Oh, geez, they're lucky there. Jesse Creel grabs the ball, but they're very lucky to get this ball. The ball's going to come back out here for South Africa. I think Scotland's going to get a penalty here. I think Scotland's going to get a penalty here any moment now. 1 second here, so to Ocean. So South Africa here, just inside their own 22. This is phenomenal rugby here from the Scots. Phenomenal. There's actually space here for South Africa, though. For South Africa to have space here, get the ball to Mapimpi. Mapimpi here's got space. Damien Delande, too long to pass that ball there. Mapimpi here with the ball takes too long to get that ball to Mapimpi there. Damien Delande, that ruined the attack there for South Africa. And South Africa here, outside the 22. They go right-hand side, crunch down there in the tackle. They're now 25 metres out right now. Herschel Yanji is going to have to roll this one back and just box kick this one away. The pressure here from the Scots is palpable. It is brilliant. Look at them go. Up it goes here from Herschel Yanji. Last time it was blocked. This time it gets through. So Mapimpi here. Oh, is it a knock-on against Mapimpi? It will be a knock-on against Mapimpi. So Scotland here with the ball. They've got the knock-on advantage. They've got numbers here as well. Over the top. Oh, Scotland here down the wing. No, sorry, Richie there. Richie here taken down at the 40. That's going to be a penalty here to... Oh, wow. There's no advantage here to Scotland. It's going to be a turnover there. It's going to be a turnover. So South Africa here at the 40. They get taken down. Good run there by the South Africans, though. Very good run. Marcel Moose says, close game, I think. It's going to be a close game. Charles Gambody says, you're a good man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, my dude. We're here for every single game, my guy. Every single game. But up it goes. Well, as many as we possibly can do, because we can't do the Italy Argentina game right now. But, oh, good challenge there by South Africa. Scotland here with the ball. Just outside the 22. They go out to the right-hand side here. Stuart Hogg. He goes the pass away. They're going to have numbers. Good passing there from Scotland. They're away here. They're at the 40. Oh, taken down there, Rivers McLean. Nice run, but they're going to get taken down here at the 40. Left-hand side, the Scots go. They're 30 metres out. Bad pass, and they're going to be under a lot of pressure here, the Scots now. South Africa come over the top. That's a penalty. Wow, they've called penalty Scotland. Wow, they've played penalty as Scotland. Interesting. I thought that was actually a penalty as South Africa. I think that's a wrong call there. He was on his feet. I thought he came over the top nicely. I'm pretty certain that should have been a penalty to South Africa, but it is what it is, and Scotland will get the penalty here. And I'm assuming they're going to take this one over for touch because the 40 minutes have gone. We're into the red marker. I reckon they're going to tap this one and kick it into touch. But so to Ocean, I'm Australian, so obviously I love my Southern Hemisphere teams, but in the same sense, I'm a big believer in the Scots, so I don't really mind who wins this game, my guy. Obviously, I mind who wins the Wallabies versus England game later. Good kick from Scotland. Oh my God, it's a good kick from Scotland. They're going to be inside the 22 here. This is a super kick here for Scotland. They're in a really good situation here, the Scots. They're just inside the 22. They're going to go for it. They're not even going to kick it over the sideline, just slow it down. They're going to go for this. And they're going to put some pressure here on the box. So Marks will come on here for Umbanambi. Kitchoff comes on for Inche. And Kosh will come on for Niekane. Luca Jones, as a neutral, do you prefer high-scoring bad defense or high-scoring bad defense? Bad defense? Not sure. I don't want bad defense. I want to see a game with good defense. I don't want to answer that question. Jacob McDonald says, "Sup, my guy? You watching the New Zealand game?" Jacob, I do every game, man. So I'll be doing the New Zealand versus Ireland game and also the Australia versus England game. I'm very much excited. I think that New Zealand Ireland game is going to be a cracker, my guy. Going to be a cracker. So left hand side here for the Scots. They're 22 metres out right now. Here come the Scottish. Here they come. Ali Price. He might get a penalty. Scotland. They will take a three. Take the three. Take the three. Take the three. Take the three. Joseph Yanis' Bulla commentary. Bulla. Sentigo. Vadava. Toso viti tomorrow night. Ooh. Toso manda. So it's going to be a penalty here, Scotland. They're going to go for the three here from 22 metres out. I'm not too sure what the penalty is for here. But it's going to be a penalty here against South Africa. And if I'm Scotland, I'm taking the bing. I'm taking the three. I'm making a 13-8 game. Easy days, baby. Easy days. Easy days. Jack Lewis is strange, ref. That was a South Africa penalty all day. I agree, Jack Lewis. I thought he was clearly over the top there. I thought that was fine. I actually think that's a penalty to South Africa as well. I actually think that should have been a. Penalty to South Africa as well just then. I think he was fine there. I thought he come over the top. He held onto the ball. I thought that should have been a penalty to South Africa. I'm not too sure what else you could have done here. I don't understand why Scotland have got two of these penalties when I believe both of them should have been South Africans. Interesting. Okay. A couple of calls here I probably disagree with. But in the same sense. What can you do about it? So Scotland here are going to take the three from pretty much right in front. This should be a pretty easy kick here, to be honest with you. Should be a pretty easy kick here. Joseph Young says, who's taking the lead, commentator? So South Africa are down 10-8 right now, and Scotland are taking the kick right now from basically right in front, 22 out. Well, not basically in front, but easy kick. And, he's missed the kick. I guess that's karma for me. I guess that's karma there for me. They've missed the kick there. They have missed the kick. So, yikes. Yikes. They're going to miss that kick. That was actually an easy kick there for Scotland. They've missed two kicks here in this game. One from the left-hand side, which was difficult. This one was not difficult, but he still does miss it, which is unfortunate there for Scotland. But they do still take the lead here at halftime. They are still up 10-8, and they are very, very happy with this result so far. But they have left 6 points out on the field. They have... They have left 6 points out on the field here through their penalties, which is very unfortunate. But I do believe that's karma, because I don't believe that should have been a penalty to Scotland. I also don't believe that there should have been a penalty for Scotland to get into that situation. I think it should have been a penalty to South Africa, which would have taken them the lead to 11-10 to South Africa. But obviously, it wasn't the way. You deal with it. Ref makes bad calls all the time. It's not just for one team. And you move on. But, guys, halftime, 10-8. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. What do you think of the game? Do you think Scottish are going to win this game? Or do you think the Boks will come back? It's only a 2-point game. Incredible game right now. But halftime is interesting. So let's go and hit that thumbs up button. What are we on? We are currently on 60 likes. Let's try and see if we get to 75 likes before the end of halftime. And obviously subscribe if you're new. South Africa possession-wise, 61% possession to 39% for Scotland. Carries, 46 for South Africa, 42 for the Scottish. Tackles made, 69 for Scotland, 34 here for the Boks. 218 metres made here for the Scots, 213 for South Africa. Very similar metres made there for the two teams. Total penalties conceded, 7-4 in favour of Scotland, and territory, 59% to South Africa, 41% to the Scots. Mr. Sorry Night says, come on, Scotland. Having a good game, mate. Jay Hayes says, what's the poll prediction? The poll prediction has 78% right now for South Africa. So obviously a lot of South Africans currently watching the stream. 750 votes though. 758 votes. Wow, wait, a lot of votes here on this stream. A lot of people tuning into this stream. Atticus says Scotland could be 16-8. Yes, but also if you think about it, South Africa could be 11-10. Or if you want to think about it in a different way, you could think about it as Scotland could be up 13-11 because if they had got that earlier kick, because I truly believe it should have been a penalty in South Africa. I do. Jack Lewis says, I predicted South Africa win based on their scrum dominance. They just need to take a few more of these chances, but their scrum will give them enough chances, I imagine. Absolutely. I think that the big thing for them is that they just need to keep doing what they're doing. I think, they're fine. Scotland have been very good defensively, but for some reason, South Africa just have really struggled, and I don't believe they've got the rub of the green so far. But in the same sense, I think Scotland have been the better team in the first half. Mr. Achilles says those missed kicks might come back to haunt them. Absolutely, it's only a 2-point game. It could be out of a 7-point game right now, and I'm finding it tough to see South Africa scoring too many tries here. I can't see them scoring a great deal of tries. Stephen Mansky says Scotland should have got that penalty. Scotland? Oh, I should have put 3 points through. Yes, I think they should have absolutely got that kick there. It was in a definitely kickable position there. 22 metres out, probably about 15 metres to the right hand side. That's absolutely a kickable position there. But also, guys, do let me know in the chat. And give me 2 seconds here. I'll be back in like literally 5 seconds. Let me know in the chat right now what your score prediction is for the next game to Ireland, New Zealand, because that's going to be a big game. Give me 2 seconds here, guys. All right, we're back. All right, so Mr. Kelly says 17-6 to the Pumas at halftime. Oh, good on Italy. Italy 6 points, though. Impressive. Cannot complain with that. Actually, let's go and have a look at that game while it's halftime. Let's go have a look. Let's go. I wonder if it's on. They are playing it here too. Beautiful. So Italy versus Argentina is okay. I'll watch that for a little bit while it's halftime right now. Adrian says greetings from Spain. Buenos dias, sir. Good on you, man. Greetings from Spain. Good on you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in all the way there. Actually, it's halftime. I don't know why I just tuned into the game, but maybe they'll show us some highlights. Maybe they'll show us some highlights. But that's going to be, yeah. So what's the score here? So what is it? Argentina 17, not 17-6, did you say? 1 second here. Let me go have a look. Let me go have a look here. Argentina rugby. Don't forget, guys, we will be showing the Italy versus New Zealand and Australia versus Italy versus New Zealand. Sorry, not Italy versus New Zealand. That was last week or 2 weeks ago. We'll be showing the England versus Australia game later on today, and Ireland versus New Zealand. And both those games are going to be crackers. England really should beat Australia big, but in the same sense, it's a big rivalry game. Let me have a look here at the score line. Can you show me the score, please? Can you show me the score, please? I don't know why it's not showing me it. Showing some highlights, though. I'm appreciative of Italy being able to keep themselves in this game. While it is halftime, Annika says, where's Daryl go? Yeah, Daryl hasn't tuned in here, yeah, especially considering he's South African. I was expecting him to tune in. But if you guys didn't know, I'm the host of the Rugby Down Under podcast alongside my friend from New Zealand, the Kiwi Lads, who's also a streamer. And that the pin comment over there, we literally speak rugby for 2 hours every single Wednesday, man. From Northern Hemisphere teams, Wales, Italy, Georgia, even buddy Netherlands, Germany, England, Ireland. And we also speak, obviously, about Australia, New Zealand, the Super Rugby, Springboks, Argentina, Fiji. We speak about literally everything, USA, everything for 2 hours straight, everything that's going on in international rugby. So if you haven't followed the Rugby Down Under podcast yet, the pinned comment there, we're on Spotify, Apple, Google, and on YouTube at the Rugby Down Under podcast, so go and check it out. Signature Troy says, sup BK, it's been a long time. Thoughts on the NRL 2022 draw? You need to go and watch my video, because there's a video out with my reaction to that. Anthony O'Brien says, see you, Blaze, I'm off to have a big day tomorrow. I got my soccer grand final. Good luck, mate. Hopefully you win. Jack Lewis says, I can't remember the last time I see Italy win a game in all seriousness. Italy are actually not terrible of a team, but like in the same sense, they're not going to be, they shouldn't be beating Argentina. I tipped them in a bit of a surprise one, but in the same sense, like they really shouldn't be. They really shouldn't be beating Argentina, but Argentina are a very tired team right now. They did beat South Africa in 2016. Did you know this? Italy beat South Africa in Florence in 2016. They beat Scotland 22-19 a few years back. The European teams aren't really surprised though, because obviously they play them quite frequently. They have never beaten the Wallabies or New Zealand. Wow. Italy have never beaten the Wallabies or New Zealand. They've beaten South Africa once. South Africa once. They've beaten France a couple of times. They've beaten Scotland a couple of times, like the European teams, yeah, and Argentina quite a few times actually. Italy have actually beaten Argentina a few times in 2016. No, sorry, 1 second here. Italy, Argentina, where are they? 2008, 2005. Argentina in 1998. In 1995, Italy actually have beaten them a couple of times there. Jack Lewis says they are not terrible, but they don't win games. Yeah, they don't win games because they put themselves up against the best opposition. That's the thing, man. You got to remember this with rugby, and this is why I encourage you guys to listen to the podcast because we explain this kind of stuff. But basically, man, Italy are a team that feel like they want to be a Tier 1 nation, right? They're not a Tier 1 nation, but they always put themselves out there to play the Tier 1 nation so they can improve, and that's the issue. They're not playing any of these lower ranked teams. They're playing these higher ranked teams because they want to put themselves up against the best that they can improve. Then you got the likes of Georgia. They win games because they play no hopers. You know what I'm saying? Luca Jones says, do you get automatic qualification if you host the World Cup and if you're not a Tier 1 nation? Good question. We spoke about this the other week because USA gets the World Cup maybe in 2031, and they're not guaranteed a World Cup spot ever. They may not even make the 2023 World Cup, so they need to still beat Chile to make the 2023 World Cup there. So, yeah, it's interesting. Obviously, in FIFA, in Football World Cup, yes, you do automatically qualify, but we've never had this situation because obviously France is a Tier 1 nation. They've hosted, Australia have hosted, New Zealand have hosted, South Africa have hosted. They're all Tier 1 nations, right? But when you're talking about USA hosting it, that'll be the first nation that isn't just a normal, big time team. So we'll find out when they get to host. Jack Lewis, I think Italy will beat Australia though by 50 plus because those Wallabies are useless. Come on, New England. All right, mate. All right, mate. Whatever helps you sleep at night. But we are just at half time right now, guys. If you are tuning in, you're wondering what we're talking about. It's half time, and we have got the Scottish up 10-8 here. Very impressive. Very, very impressive here. Very impressive. Luke Jones, could the Islands ever host a World Cup? No, there's just not enough size. There's not enough size at all. The biggest stadium in the Islands is Fiji, probably Suva Stadium, and that's got 15,000 capacity. Nowhere near. No, nowhere near, unfortunately. But I would love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it, but I doubt it. Yeah, like I said, I really seriously do doubt that one. Jack Lewis says, why is Patrick Clerk in the studio, not the field? I don't think it's because of injury. I think they've chosen away from him. Or it could be due to injury. I'm not too sure. Actually, can any South Africans in the chat let us know about this? Atticus says, by the way, BK in 1991 when Italy played New Zealand, the score was 31-21. Oh, what? Italy beat New Zealand 31-21 in 1991. Is that true? I didn't know that. I did not know that. Zamir says, I missed the first half. What happened that made Scotland lead? They've been very good, Zamir. They've been very good. Scotland have been defensively sound. South Africa have had a lot of balls, 61% possession. But Scotland's just been very good defensively. Van der Merwe, he broke away for a 50-metre game when they were on their 5-metre line. He broke away for a 50-metre game. They got a penalty from it, and they kicked the 3. Then South Africa got a penalty. They kicked the 3, made it 3-3. And then from there, South Africa knocked the ball on their own 40. Scotland passed the ball out to the left-hand side, kicked the ball over the top of Van der Merwe. Van der Merwe broke away, gets it back inside of Stuart Hogg. He breaks down the sideline. I can't remember who he got it to. They break away for a bit, and then it gets it back to Stuart Hogg, and then Hogg scores a try. Really good try there for Scotland. And then South Africa scored a try through Makazole Mapimpi down the wing on the left-hand side there, but missed the kick. So, yeah, it's been very impressive here from Scotland so far. Keefton says, digging the commentary, gents. Appreciate you, Keefton. Thank you very much. Who do you support, Keefton? I think you said were you a Scottish fan? I think you were a Scottish fan. If I scroll, I can't see it, but I think you said you were a Scottish fan, maybe? I hope I'm right. I hope I'm right. Jacob McDonald says, you planning on sleeping tonight, mate? Mate, you know, mate. I know nobody's stream. I don't sleep. Well, my sleep schedule is always messed up, especially on the weekends. But then again, next week is the final weekend of this really serious rugby kind of international sleep schedule, and then I can go back to normal-ish. But obviously, NFL Red Zone starts at 5 a.m. on Monday morning for me anyway, and we've got some, obviously, NBA can start, baseball starts early in March and whatnot, so I'm not too sure. I kind of want to keep doing these midnight-ish streams, but at the same time, there's not really much rugby on after this. Jay Hayes says he had coffee and water. Absolutely. I'm still on keto. Keto actually has given me a lot more kind of energy for these streams too, which is great. But yeah, water's obviously great, but I don't drink Pepsi Max anymore because even though it's 0 sugar, I don't really get the same. For some reason, I get more energy from water than I do from Pepsi Max. It's crazy. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Let's see if we get to 75 likes here before the halftime finishes, guys. We're on 66 right now. We got 198 people watching. I guarantee you that there is at least 140 of you who have not subscribed. So have subscribed as well. Have not hit that thumbs up button. So let's see if we get to 75 right now. It's free. You may as well. Zamir says, oh, okay, thanks. You read that really quickly. Did we get any penalties? Yeah, I read really quickly, bro, because obviously with me, I have to translate what's happening in the game and then also giving my opinion and then also providing facts. You know what I'm saying? So I speak quite quickly because I'm having to do a lot more things. If I'm commentating with the game in front of me that you guys can see, then it's very easy for me to not have to specifically react to every individual moment in the game and speak as fast as I do. But because I have to translate so much, I'm quite fast. But you did get a couple of penalties, Amir. You missed both, though. You missed both. From the left-hand side, Scotland missed. Finn Russell missed that kick, and then he missed an easy kick at half-time too. It was an easy kick that I disagree with. I didn't believe Scotland should have had the penalty. I actually believe South Africa should have had a penalty to make it 11-10. But overall, overall, it was a good half for Scotland, but they just didn't really have any attacking pressure. So, and their scrum is terrible. Their scrum has been absolutely slaughtered. Jack Lewis says, when I was in Australia 2013, the larger options was 2x new and 4x gold. Are they still the same? I asked for a pint and they laughed and said, do you mean a schooner? I don't know why they would laugh. Well, schooner and pint, like I asked for pints too. It depends, man. Like they were just wankers, whoever just served you then. They're just wankers. If they're correct, if they're laughing at you for saying pints, like everyone, heaps of people say pint here. And like obviously, yeah, schooner is the name of it, but everyone still says pint from time to time. But alright, guys, they're coming back out on the field. They're coming back out on the field here. We're 6 likes away from 75. Come on, schmackity, and obviously hit that big red subscribe button. And don't forget, we are streaming England versus Australia. And right after this, we've got Ireland versus New Zealand at 2:15 a.m. my time, so an hour and 15 minutes until that comes on. Anarchist says, BKR Sport, can I join your podcast one day? Yeah, man, if you're confident in speaking for 2 hours, you have the ability to know that people are listening and you have the ability to have an opinion and not go too far, obviously. And know everything about international rugby, we're happy to get you on, but just not anytime soon because obviously we've got a pretty big schedule in the next few weeks. But just message me on Instagram or go message me on Instagram or the BKR Sport Facebook page, and we'll look it up. Lucknow Aravinda says South Africa need regular second half. That's all. Absolutely, Lucknow Aravinda. You're a follower of most sports too. Obviously, you get around the NBA. You know your rugby union. Good on you, Lucknow. But yeah, look, this is gonna be a fantastic second half. I'm very much excited for this second half here, and it'll be interesting to see if South Africa can bounce back right now. Cardman22 says, "How are we, mate? Going all right, mate. Going all right. Obviously, a big nice streams coming up. We've got South Africa here against Scotland. We've got England versus Australia at 4:30 our time. Yikes, early time for us. And then also that Ireland-New Zealand game in about an hour's time." Annika says, I know a lot, but I'm very shy on doing videos. Well, that's a bit of a problem because obviously it's a 2-hour podcast where we speak all things international rugby, so and it is a video, so that's a bit of a problem. When you obviously get a bit more confidence about yourself in regards to coming onto a podcast, then obviously hit me up. But yeah, it 2 hours can be quite a long time if you're too shy to speak. You know what I'm saying? That's not me insulting you. That's just me saying like it can get quite tough. Like another friend says, yes, but your voice down here, is it sleeping hours? Absolutely, yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning for me, so I've got other people in the house, I can't be too loud, but if you guys know me, I'm a lot louder, normally, I'm a lot louder. But alrighty here, up it goes here, and the Scots here are going to be inside their own 22. Oh, good tackle there by South Africa. So Scotland here starting off with the ball. That's a knock on. South Africa get the ball here. Oh no, Scotland so early. No, don't do it to yourself so early here. They're 10 metres out. Left-hand side here for the South Africans. The box, they're 10 metres out. They're going to go out to the left-hand side here. The whole forward pack got changed. Cobus Reinach there. He gives that ball up here to Damien Dialende. Dialende here taking down to high tackle. No, they're not going to call a high tackle there. South Africa here have numbers. Cobus Reinach did come off for Herschel Jantjies, by the way. Herschel Jantjies off for Cobus Reinach. South Africa here. They're 10 metres out. Here they come. And penalty Scotland. Wow. That's a fantastic penalty there for the Scots. Fantastic penalty there for the Scots. Sealing off will be the penalty. Wow. Cardman says, seems like the stream is going pretty well, which is good to say. Yeah, international rugby streams are pretty good, man. Obviously, yeah, a lot of people, when it comes to international streams, usually people obviously tune in, and international rugby we have built on the channel. So, no, it's going pretty right, but I really will be upset if the Wallabies get pumped tonight because we are really not big fans of England, but they should beat us. Jay says, will this game be an upset? Yes. Like, Scotland are a good team. I wouldn't say it's a crazy upset, but South Africa are technically second and Scotland are technically 7th. So you would argue that it's a massive upset, but in the same sense. Jack Lewis says, what's the betting? The next points are a South Africa 3 from a scrum penalty to take the lead, I would say so. Well, it's a penalty Scotland here, mate. It's a penalty Scotland. Carmen, the Wallabies game is at 4:30 in the morning. We've got the New Zealand-Ireland game in about an hour's time first. The All Blacks Ireland game is going to be a fantastic one. I'm so excited for that. So, Scotland here with the ball at the 40. They're going to get this line out here. Interesting. Oh, they're going quickly, very quickly here. And they spread this ball out the left-hand side. Taken down there. Brilliant run there. Taken down. Oh, that could be a penalty here. Didn't release. No, they did release it late on there. So, up it goes here from Stuart Hogg. Hogg backs that one straight down to Mapimpi. And Mapimpi can break this one down here. Let's see what his counter-attack can be like. Oh, nice little run there. Gets it back to the 45. Zamir says, hope South Africa's second half game game pulls through. Otherwise, I won't sleep well tonight. I know the feeling, mate. I know the feeling, but good little box kick out from Jeez. Oh, that's going to be a knock-on here from South Africa, I think. Scotland with the ball. I think it's a knock-on advantage. Is it? No, it's not. It's South Africa's ball here. It's play on. So it's going to be Lucanio Arm who gets his ball inside the 40. They go left-hand side. Gives it off here to Willie LaRue. Willie LaRue. Oh, Damien Dialende. Dialende here. Dialende. Oh, look at this run from Dialende. Mapimpi. Try time for Mapimpi. It's going to be 13-10. That's exceptional from Damien Dialende. That is exceptional from Damien Dialende. Oh, my God. That try is incredible from South Africa. It's 13-10 here to the box, and that is an incredible try here from Damien Dialende to Makazole Mapimpi. Look at the run. Look at the run here from Damien Dialende. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. That is an absolutely incredible run here from Damien Dialende. He gets the ball out to the left-hand side. Makazole Mapimpi, he scores the try. That's his second of the game. He's on a double. He's been fantastic. Willie LaRue out to Damien Dialende. What a pass. Breaks through there. And look at the hands from Makazole Mapimpi. Oh, they're checking something here. They're checking something here. They're checking something here. I don't know what they're looking at here. Maybe a forward pass? Are they saying maybe forward pass from Damien Dialende to Makazole Mapimpi? I'm not sure. Cardman says, bloody hell, I couldn't do an all-nighter of streaming games. Bro, last week was way worse than tonight. At 12 a.m. we had Japan, Ireland. At 2 a.m. we had Fiji, Spain. At 4 a.m. we had Wales, South Africa. And then at 6:30 a.m. we had France, Argentina. And then at 10:30 in the morning we had Chicago Bulls versus the Philadelphia 76ers. So 5 streams. So yeah, I was streaming for about 12 hours. But they're going to say try. They're going to say it's a fair try. And I don't understand what they were checking here. Maybe it was a forward pass from Dialende to Mapimpi, but I didn't see it was forward. So, no, I think it's fine. I think it's fine, but it's close. It's very close. Zamir says, yeah, I'm a South African, so I'm very passionate about it. Yeah, of course, man. We've got to get very passionate about it. I'm Australian, as you probably could tell. So, but I do all rugby games. Doesn't matter if it's Wallabies or not. Obviously, you're not a big fan of the old Wallabies right now, though, being a South African. Jack Lewis says, I think the take was better than the pass. Unbelievable hands on the move at the pace. Absolutely, the take was fantastic. But I'm looking at Damien Dialende's run there. Like him to find that space, the big number 12 there to find the space, and then find the pass there from Mapimpi. And Mapimpi's hands was incredible. So, no, well done. And they will get the kick. So it's 15-10 here, 5-point game. 1 try in it. They're going to kick this ball up here in the box, and it's going to come down here to the 45, right-hand side here. Scotland are away, taken down at the 40. Really nice work there by Finn Russell, but Scotland here, they haven't had any real attacks in this game so far. Left-hand side, they're going to go. Here we go. Big chance here for the Scottish. Oh, not a good pass. Not a good pass. Too far back. Way too far back there. And Scotland are under pressure here in their own half. Good work there by the Scots to get over the top, though. And Ali Price gets it away, and Finn Russell's going to kick this one into the corner. 50-22. Oh, it bounced away. It bounced away from the 50-22. They're unlucky for Scotland. And good kick from South Africa. Good kick from South Africa. So the ball's Willie LaRue, good kick to about the 42 metres out here. Carmen says, what time did you end up going to bed? I went to bed probably about 1:30 p.m. And then I had to get up at 1 o'clock for the Australia versus Scotland game. And then I missed the first 35 minutes. I was too tired. I didn't wake up from my alarm until 35 minutes late, but then I got back to streaming again and then did the NFL in the morning as well. So Scotland here, they're 45 minutes out, but when you love doing something, man, it doesn't really matter. I don't know how South Africa didn't win that ball there. They really, the ruck, they should have gotten over the top there. They had actually basically won it, but just didn't have enough men there. Oh, that's a forward pass, that's a forward pass. No forward pass against Scotland. But here they go. They kick that ball down there. Jamie Ritchie, Willie LaRue picks that one up, and he's going to whack this one away. Not a good kick. It doesn't go out. It does not go out. So Scotland here with Finn Russell. Finn Russell at the 40. He hasn't been good today, Finn Russell, in my opinion. I haven't been his biggest fan in this game, especially with those 2 missed penalty kicks as well. So left-hand side here, they give it off. It's going to be taken down here at the 40. How does Scotland go about this? They need to get some attack and pressure here. But if they get a penalty, I wouldn't say no to going for the 3 to make it a 15-13 game. But then again, they should be leading 16-15 here if they were able to kick their kicks. So right-hand side here, taken down 45 metres out. Here come the Scots. Here they do. They roll on the through, son. Oh, back on. Finn Russell's been crunched. Finn Russell's just been murdered on the field. He's just been murdered on the field. Finn Russell just got murdered. That's a 50-22. That's a 50-22. Oh, the bounce again. Just so close. Finn Russell just got murdered. Oh my god. Oh my god. Comments, I remember I was completely screwed after doing a 24-hour stream. Yeah, welcome to my weekly life. Nah, it's all good, man. When you're passionate about something, it's easy. But yeah, I was exhausted that day. I was very tired. People don't understand how tiring it is to actually stream, especially with like the energy that I'm putting in, and like the atmosphere I try to create, despite not being able to show the game. And also having to really focus my voice being low at this time of the night, it can get difficult. But I can't wait till I get my own studio, which I am in the process of for when I get back to the Gold Coast in February, and then I don't have to give a shit about the sound at any stage because I'll have my own studio and I won't care. Like Arvinda's typical start for the second half, absolutely. But South Africa here on top, 15-10. Scotland here with the ball, 42 metres out. They go right-hand side here. They would love a penalty, to be honest with you. They're going to have numbers here. At the right-hand side. Oh, gets this ball out here too, McLean. McLean taken down here 42 metres out. Jeez, it looked good, but they couldn't get that ball out quick enough. Annika says the 50-22 is a rubbish rule. I think it's not as hectic as we thought it was going to be. Knock on from Scotland. Ali Price will knock that ball on Dammy Dilliande. We'll get this ball here for the box. I actually like the rule more than people think. I don't think teams have utilised it as much. That's stupid from Scotland. That's going to be a penalty. I think it really suits the Southern Hemisphere, though. I will say that. And I am a Southern Hemisphere fan, so of course. Keeper says, oh, damn, can't wait to see the hit. Oh, it was a crunch. Finn Russell got absolutely pumped. That's a great tackle from Sia Khaleesi on Ali Price there to prevent that pass getting away, and it will be a knock-on. Comment says, yeah, exactly. Streaming is a lot more difficult than what it seems, especially at the extent that you do it for. Yeah, you know, that's it, man. Like, people think that obviously you're just watching the game and whatnot. It's like, yeah, cool, I am watching the game, but I'm commentating, I'm providing facts and opinions and trying to portray what's going on to the game and giving you a visual for it. Obviously, I can't check my phone and go to the bathroom or get something to eat like other people can do. They can turn the game off. I can't do that, but I love it. I love streaming. So, and that's why it's great to see people enjoying these streams. And we'll be cracking on all night here, son, all night. But here we go. South Africa put that ball up just outside the 22. Now they're going to roll through here. Let's see if they can push it. They're pushing nicely here for guys who are 21 kilos behind the weight pack of the Scots. Really well done. Oh, good offload there. South Africa here, just outside the 22, taken down here, 25 metres out. They're going to roll this ball out to the right-hand side here, and Cobus right up there with a nice little pass. South Africa here, over the top, down to the wing. It's going to be Jesse Creel. Jesse Creel here at the 22. South Africa here, they're coming off to a much better second half than their first half. Very similar to how Australia played that second half last week, but Australia just couldn't score. They just couldn't score. So at the 22, and Cobus Reiner, God, take it down here, 18 metres now. Cobus Reiner, oh, that's going to be penalty Scotland. Yeah, well done. Oh, penalty advantage though. Penalty advantage here for South Africa, I think. Jack Lewis says, do you never eat on stream? Are you human? No. I don't do it. I think that's relatively unprofessional in my personal opinion. I obviously want to show off the best, and if I'm eating, it's kind of a bit weird watching a game and watching people eat at the same time, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be a penalty here, South Africa. I would say they're going to go for the 3 here. I'd take the kick in the middle and take the 3. Absolutely. So 10 minutes going in the second half, guys. 30 minutes to go here of the game. Let's go and hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new around here. It's free, you may as well. And also go follow the Rugby Down Under podcast in the pinned comment. You're going to love it. Absolutely. So 30 minutes to go here. And I believe South Africa will go for the 3 here from right in front. It should be 18-10, you would safely imagine. It's going to be 18-10 here. All right. Annika says, Luca, you a New Zealand fan? I'm pretty certain that Luca Jones is an Australian fan. Jack Lewis says, South Africa turning the screw. Yeah, they're starting to really improve in this game. And like I said, Australia did this last week, but they just couldn't score. They did score, and then it got taken away, debatably. But, Australia did this last week, but they just weren't able to get the ball over the line. And South Africa, they got the ball over the line. Fair play to them. Annika says, what will happen to Ian Foster if the All Blacks lose to France and Ireland? France is not surprising. I tipped France to win before the comp started. Same with Hamish, the Kiwi lads, and we both tipped him. Oh, that's a good kick there from South Africa. That's a very good kick there from South Africa. So it's going to be Scotland here with the ball 40 minutes out. Carmen says, what's the new studio going to look like? It's going to be pretty good, man. Obviously, I'm going to have I don't really know if I want to say too much right now, but it's going to be very good, man. Like I said, I'm just excited to be able to not have to keep my voice down, and I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna look pretty nice, man. Jack Lewis says France will win World Cup 2023. I think you're on the hype wagon. I think you should relax. We've got a long way to go. I think that France will be good. I think the Wallabies will be good. I think the All Blacks will be there, but I don't think they'll win it. I think Rivers McLean's going to come out here for the Scottish. Anakin says, how will the New Zealand media react? Oh, they always react to everything. Watson comes on for Haining, and I think McLean comes off here as well, is what I just heard. New Zealand, if they only win by 1 against Ireland and France, the New Zealand media will crucify him. Kinghorn comes off of McLean as well, by the way. Jack Lewis says, Wallabies won't get out of the groups like every World Cup. What? We get out of the group every single World Cup. What are you talking about? That's the strangest thing I've ever seen. Wallabies, I don't think the Wallabies have ever not made it out of the group stage. What? So South Africa here will get this ball here at the 22, and Mapimpi taken down at the 22. That's the most random comment I've ever seen in my life. Like, if it's banter, fine, but like, bro, that makes no sense. Like, Australia get it out every single time. Penalty in South Africa. Wow, big call obstruction. Big call obstruction here. Yes, Cardman. Yeah. But obviously, that's still 2-3 months away because I've got to go to Fiji first. That's not until February when I come back for the NRL. And I want to try and do some AFL next year, but it'll be difficult because obviously the NFL and Super Rugby is on the exact same time as the AFL, so it makes it hard to contribute a lot. Anakin says Australia lost to Namibia 142 in 2003. Oh yeah, we lost by 142 points to Namibia in 2003, did we? Did we really? We won 142 nil in that game. Or was it 145 nil? I'm pretty certain we won 145 nil in that game. Kim said, I'm tuning for some AFL. I do love my AFL, and I do watch my Geelong Cats games, but in the same sense, it's very difficult when I do all these other sports. D-Bun says, is it Wallabies or Wannabes? Yeah, it depends on the day, mate, really. It depends on the day. I'm a realistic Wallabies fan. I can tell you when we're shit, when we're not shit. But if you're a South African, D-Bun, I wouldn't be talking after we beat you twice. All good banter. But 53 minutes gone here. South Africa with the ball just outside the 22. I think it says Rugby World Cup, and Wales won the World Cup in 2003 by beating Australia 21-16. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? South Africa here, they're going to be just outside the 22. Kunak says South Africa's chance of winning Rugby World Cup in 2023. I don't think it's crazy, but I don't think they're going to go back-to-back, man. I think that there's a lot more younger teams that are building perfectly for it, like the teams I just mentioned. But South Africa here at the 22, but they are still a very good team. You can never wipe them out of it. You can never wipe them out of it. But a lot of the players they've got now, do they make it to that World Cup is what my question. Or are they at their peak at that World Cup? Because the Wallabies players will be at their peak. France will be at their peak. I believe that New Zealand will have to have a different coach. If they have a different coach, then they'll have a good chance. South Africa always have a chance. England always have usually have a chance. I won't say always. Penalty advantage to South Africa at the 22, by the way. Anakin says, I think we will go out in this quarterfinal. Yeah, we'll see with Wales. It's interesting. They're an interesting team. Oh, it's going to be a penalty advantage to South Africa. And Lacanio arm, right-hand side of Willie LaRue. And that's going to go out on the sideline, but it's going to be a penalty right in front. I think they go for the try here. They're already up by 8 points. You may as well just go for the try, lads. You may as well just go for the try. Anakin says, New Zealand have already packed, not winning it. Peaked is what you're trying to say, but I disagree. New Zealand you can never wipe New Zealand out from winning it. Dima and Shahjahan says, nah, mate, I'm from New Zealand. I think the All Blacks just beat the Wallabies 3-0 this year. Absolutely, but I don't think that's due to skill set. I think that's due to mindset. I think the All Blacks beat the Wallabies all the time for 20 years straight, mind you, not just this year, 20 years in the Blazekippaxross Cup because of the mindset, not the skill set. Obviously, the 2015 era, that was skill set. But now, I don't believe the Wallabies are completely far off the All Blacks. I just think that unfortunately, we just don't have that ability to break them down because of the history we have with them. Because with the history that we have with them, man, like I said, we haven't won for 20 years. Kunak says, no, South Africa will make it to the semi at least. No, he's a Welsh fan. Atticus is a Welsh fan. South Africa will get out in the quarterfinals. Sorry, I misread that. Kunaks, I agree, but everyone's got upcoming talent. South Africa's got upcoming talent. France, they're going to go for the 3 here, and it is going to be a 3-pointer there for the South Africans. So 21-10 here, with 25 minutes to go here, guys. 21-10 is the score. Well done there to the Boks, and I'm feeling like this game could be nearly over. Cummins says, were you able to watch any of the Geelong finals this year? Mate, I watched every single Geelong game this year, just not live. So some games were ruined for me, some games weren't, because obviously I'm streaming the NRL at the same time. But I go back and watch the full game after the stream finishes. So sometimes it was good because obviously Geelong would play kind of halfway through, and it wouldn't ruin the entire result for me. So left-hand side here is Scotland at the 40, and they're going to get taken down here. Like I said, my whole life is sport, man, so I'm always watching sport. Even when I'm not watching sport, I'm thinking about sport. So it's going to be Scotland here. They're going to be 30 metres out right now. They're going to go out to the left-hand side here. Here come the Scots. Step back on the inside here. Brace it away. Go, you good thing. High tackle, high tackle. That's a yellow card. That's a yellow card, Scotland. That's a yellow card, South Africa. Just a penalty. Just a penalty. Wow, I'm surprised they're not going to call a yellow card here. Sebastian Graham says, hello, players in chat. Just popped in to wish you a successful stream. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you, dude. Anakin says their dominance is a thing of the past. Who's this? Australia beat New Zealand in 2023 in the semis. I think that should be a yellow card here. I think there should be a yellow card if I look on your arm. I disagree. It's a high tackle. No, they're not going to call it as a yellow card. They're just going to say a penalty. They're just going to say a penalty. Wow, big call. It's a big call. It sucks and it doesn't suck, Carmen. Obviously, I have all sports that I watch. So if my team... And I knew Geelong wasn't winning last year. I think I popped into a couple of your streams and actually said that too. That I didn't think Geelong had what it takes. I think they're too old, but they'll always be there. They'll still be there next year. Still got a good team. They'll probably make the prelims again, to be honest with you. But I don't see them winning it. All right, so up it goes here from Scotland. They're 5 metres out here. Here comes the push. Here comes the push from Scotland. Here comes the push. I'm going to go over the sideline. From the line out, they're going to push here. They're not making any meters here. Ali Price, right-hand side. Here comes the Scots. Underneath. They've got numbers. Can they get the ball away? Try time Scotland. Try time Scotland. Try. Stuart Hogg for the try. Stuart Hogg for the try. Bing, 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 bing. That's 21-15 here with a kick to come, and Stuart Hogg and the Scottish team have gone bing, bang, boom, right in your face. It's a good game here. 21-15 with a kick to come. The Scottish are back. Demo Shah Jahan says mental scar is hard to overcome, but Wallabies always had the players, but powder puff front row, but now they look to have good sets of props and locks and loose trio. Absolutely, D-Bun. I do believe the Wallabies will win the Bledisloe in the next couple of years, but it just comes down to the mindset. It's about getting past the last 20 years. We can beat the Boks. We can beat England with a full team. We can beat anybody. We could beat the All Blacks if we believed that we could. But we go into a game against Eden Park and realise we haven't won there since 1987. So it comes down to a fact that we've never won there in my lifetime. So we're not going to win there again. It happens every single time. So that's my opinion on the Wallabies and the All Blacks. All credit to the All Blacks. Besides that 2011 through Richie McCaw era, the All Blacks were absolutely skill set better than the Wallabies. But now I don't agree. I think mindset is the only factor. So Scotland here for the kick will miss another kick. Wow. They've missed another kick. That's 8 points they've missed today, guys. 8 points they've missed. Wowee. So they are currently down 21-15 right now, but they should be up 23-21 if they got their kicks. Tell you what, Finn Russell's not been having a good game here. Stuart Hogg with a good try, but tell you what, Finn Russell really struggling in today's game. Cartman says you're going to be streaming every NRL game again next year. I'd assume you probably wouldn't be able to, especially if you want to go to games. Absolutely, and Super Rugby is on next year. So I'm going to be getting into the Super Rugby because my Fiji and Drua have been included into the Super Rugby. We haven't had a team before. We were in the NRC, which is a lower division. We've actually been included into the big division now. So I'll be streaming and going to Super Rugby games too, hopefully doing some stuff with the Drua and the Titans. And I do want to create some form of content for the AFL, but I don't know. But Scotland here, they've got numbers. Right-hand side here, they're going to break it away, kicks it down into the corner. I can't believe how bad Finn Russell's been kicking-wise, but that's a great kick here from Scotland. Oh, God, that's a good kick there from Scotland. Oh, my goodness, man, that's a great tackle. This could be a turnover. Penalty Scotland. They're going to have the ball here. Oh, no, good work here from South Africa to hold that one out. This could still be a penalty here, Scotland. Scotland have got the momentum. It's going to be a penalty, Scotland. Wow. Oh my God. This is incredible here from Scotland. Incredible. They give up the try. They go down. They could have clocked off. It was an 8-point game. Then it went to a 21 to 10-point game. 11 points there, and then Scotland proceed to score the try. They could have clocked off. They proceed to score the try. Stewart Hogg down the wing, and then past that point, they now kick the ball down deep. Fantastic kick. Put the Box under pressure. Get a penalty 5 minutes out. They've got a line out now. Here come the Scots, baby. Here come the Scots. Declan McGee says, come on, Bocker. Well, right now, mate, they're under a lot of defensive pressure. Scotland put this ball up here, and they will lose the line out. They lose the line out. And South Africa will get this ball here 5 minutes out from their own line. They're going to kick this one away here. Oh, Scotland, that was your chance. That was your chance, Scotland. So South Africa here, they kick this one away. It's an okay kick. It's an okay kick. Cartman says, yeah, sounds good. I'll be down to film an AFL video with you sometime next year if you want as well. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We'll definitely figure something out. D-Bone Shah Jahan says, is it Palmers versus Wallabies today or Eddie the Mind Game Wannabe versus the humble Dave Rennie? It's the we knocked England out of their own 2015 World Cup versus England beat us in our own home 2003 World Cup. That's the battle. That's the battle. But I hate, when it comes to rugby, man, I hate the English. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they're not playing us, I don't really care. But when they're playing us, I can't stand the English. But I don't expect to win today as a Wallabies fan. I don't expect. I believe if we had a full team, I think we can beat England. But with 8 players out, no Taniela Tupou, no Kotobeti, no Reece Hodge, Quade Cooper, Fainga, so many players out. So many players out. Alrighty, so it's going to go South Africa here. They're going to break away here to the 40. It takes it away to the 40 here. 45 minutes out right now. Jack Lewis says, you will hate us more later this after you get pumped 187-0. Cool story, man. So up it goes here from the box, down to the right-hand side. 18 minutes to go. Oh, knock on from Scotland. And it's going to be Army. Look on your army. It's going to be 35 minutes out. Good pick up there. Dima and Shabahan says, I think everyone does hate the Poms. Absolutely. Oh, good hit there. Knock on from South Africa. That's a knock on from South Africa. That's a knock on. I think it's going to be knock on first from Scotland, though. Yeah, first one knock on from Scotland. That's a fake account. I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. And that's a fake account. So you do this, Jay, to prove that that's a fake account of Cardman. See ya. Exactly right. So Cardman, we just timed out a fake account of you just to let you know, because I got told to stream AFL you flog by your channel, but your comments are all still there, obviously, and his isn't. So yeah, just be careful with those kind of ones, JA. If you see someone being an idiot like that, you just time them out first to see if the other comments get hidden, and then go bang. Told you. I called it straight away. As if I think the Cardman would say, stream AFL, you flog. What an idiot. Jack Lewis says, Eddie Jones is playing a centre, Tuilagi on the wing. That's how easy he knows he'll be toying with the Wallabies. You have to win this game. You should be winning this game by 21 points. More. You're playing a literal, depth team for the Wallabies. A literal depth team. Divan Shah Jahan says, how's the scrum been in this game so far? For Scotland, absolutely woeful. For South Africa, very good. And yet Scotland have a 21 kilo weight advantage. But Scotland's scrum has been just despicable. It has been really bad. So South Africa here might get a penalty. They will get a penalty. They will get a penalty. So they're probably going to go for the 3 here if they don't get it. So left-hand side here. And, South Africa are going to knock it on. Jay says, all good, mate, from my view, I can't see the difference. Yeah, so basically, you can see that obviously I've been having a chat with Cardman the whole stream. He's been good. I know Cardman. He's another YouTuber, does AFL, and he's good. Obviously, he's not going to tell me to stream AFL, you flog. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to come up with that. So I knew straight away. They do pretty well with the fake accounts, but at the same time, it doesn't affect me. It's pretty obvious when they're fake. But I'd go for the 3 here from South Africa. I would go for the 3 here from South Africa. They've got a penalty right now. They've got a penalty. It's only 21 to 15. It's a very close game right now. Cardman, occasionally, man. Not all the time. When it's the NRL, yes. Obviously just means that someone who's watching right now knows who you are. Jack Lewis says, Scotland scrum is shocking. I don't get it. It's been terrible. I really don't understand how they've been so bad. Alright, so South Africa here going for the 3. They're going for the 3 right now. What can they get this one done here? This will be interesting because Scotland have missed a lot of penalties so far, and he will miss the kick. Oh, he missed it badly too. He missed it badly, so it's going to be Scotland kicking this one away here. Kunak says, to be fair, South Africa have best scrum in the world. I agree, Kunak. They didn't do too well against the Wallabies, though, but the Wallabies scrum isn't usually fantastic. It's okay. It's okay, but not fantastic. Anakin says, Jack Lewis and BKR, both Australia, England, and Wales bitch right now. Okay, Mr. Ninth place in the world rankings. What are the Welsh doing here talking shit? Are you ninth in the world rankings? Buddy, you pipe it down over there, Wales. You pipe it down. So that's going to be knocked back here from South Africa, and that's going to be knock on, maybe? No. Okay, so South Africa here with the ball at 40 metres out. They go right-hand side. Yeah, car man, I know. I get it. I get people telling me all the time that I'm on their stream. Obviously, Kados as well. The Kiwi lads, he gets it. Everyone tells me I've got fake BKRs. So up it goes here for South Africa, down deep into the corner. Jack Lewis says England reserves will beat Wales full team. Imagine talking shit as a Welsh fan right now to the team in third, the team in fourth, while you sit ninth. Not that you should be in ninth, but it's going to be a penalty here, Scotland, 45 metres out. Not that you should be in ninth, but it's going to be a penalty here, Scotland. This is big. This is big opportunity here for the Scottish. Oh, my hair is all over the shop. Gee whiz, let me sort that out. D-Bun Shah Jahan says, your prediction for Ireland versus All Blacks. D-Bun, I would direct you to the Rugby Down Under podcast YouTube channel. We do our little clips, 3-minute clips and whatnot of our predictions. I'll give you my prediction now, but do go subscribe to that channel. It's probably in the description below. Yeah, I've tipped the All Blacks by 7. My co-host, who's a Kiwi, he tipped the Irish. I think that's a Chinese name. Says Go Boca. I'm not too sure. I'm sorry if that's wrong. I'm sorry if it's not Chinese, but Go Boca, he says. All right, so it's going to be put up here from the Scottish. Oh, they lose the line out again in a good position. The Scottish have had such good position, but they keep losing the line out. Oh, ball's out. Scotland are going to get this ball here. It's going to be a penalty. No, Ireland. Sorry, South Africa will get this ball away here. Good game, though, here, guys. Good game. Cardman, the international rankings right now is New Zealand 1, South Africa 2, Australia 3, but New Zealand and South Africa are separated by 0.03, which is ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. 0.03 at the top. So, basically, they're both at the top. Then Australia. But Australia have a lot of injuries right now, a lot of players out, so don't expect us to beat England. If we beat England, it's a miracle. That's going to be a penalty, South Africa. Take the 3. Penalty, South Africa. Take the 3. Kieran McCormack says Wales are poor since Gats left. Absolutely. Wales were pretty good against South Africa last week. But in the same sense, to be fair, they kind of got robbed in a way by your own fan. I heard that it was a fan who was English, which is actually quite funny. But if it was actually a Welsh fan around the field, gee whiz, he dead set ruined an opportunity to beat the Box there. Are you European? I'm Australian, mate. I'm Australian. I'm a Wobblies fan. Nice little Wobblies fan. Not a Wallabies fan. Wobblies. Before you probably go on to insult the Wallabies, because I know everyone does. The Wobblies, or what do they all call it as well? I don't know, man. I don't know. But they're going to go for the 3 here. Surely they get this one. Jonathan Ifiwaki says, how many minutes left? 12 minutes left, mate. 12 minutes. But this should be an easy kick here. For Bollard. And he will whack that one through. So, 24-15 here is the score. 9-point difference here. Going to be tough here for the Scottish right now. Queensland, absolutely. I'm in Sydney right now, but I'm from Queensland, yeah. Kevin will come on in for Ferguson, but unfortunately, guys, I do think South Africa probably hold out. Scotland had their attempts. They had their opportunities. You know, they had multiple times where they had the ball inside the attacking 5, attacking 10, and had the line out. But they lost the ball. They didn't get the line out, and that's twice in the last 5-10 minutes. So, unfortunately, that's really going to come back to haunt them, plus the 8 points that Finn Russell has missed with his kicking game. Finn Russell has arguably cost the Scots a good chance here in this game. That's a good take there, however, from Finn Russell. They go left-hand side. Ali Price gets it off to the big man. And they get taken down here at the halfway line. Oh, that's a penalty. Oh, no, very close. But Scotland still have the ball. Left-hand side, they're going to go. Steps back onto the inside. Can't make any meters there. Scotland here at the halfway point. And that's a penalty, South Africa. This game is probably over here, guys. At the halfway line, South Africa just too good here at the end of this game. But what are we on? We're on 80 likes right now, guys. Let's see if we get to 100 likes. We've got 236 people watching right now. Let's see if we can get 20 more likes to hit 100. And obviously hit that big red subscribe button. It's free, you may as well. And South Africa will go for the 3. So it should be a 12-point game here because this is right in front. And they really should be cracking it through. They really should be cracking it through. Come in. I had no clue I was getting this many fakes on a primarily rugby channel. Oh, it happens, man. Obviously, I've done AFL in the past, and I do AFL from time to time. So, AFL, someone who is a fake will latch onto that, and they'll see you, and they'll want to cause drama between you and me, just like they tried to cause drama between me and Katos and myself and the Kiwi lads. But Kiwi lads and I, we don't ever get a fake of him, but there's always fakes of me on there too. It's really odd. But South Africa going for the 3 here from the halfway point. Do not forget here, guys. Do not forget, we do have the Ireland-New Zealand game right after this. We will be streaming Ireland versus New Zealand, so you do want to stick around for that one. That'll be on another stream on this channel, though. So Ireland-New Zealand after this, and then Australia versus England in about 2.5 hours' time. Going to be a big game. Big game. So from in front, they will get the kick. Beautiful kick. That's a beautiful kick there from South Africa. So it's going to be 27-14 here. And 27-15. I think South Africa probably get this one done here. They're going to get this one done here, I believe. The South Africans, not too great of a first half performance, but this second half performance has been great. Jack Lewis says, Hamish has gone mad. I think Ireland have beaten New Zealand 3 times in history of rugby. Yeah, well, it's just like Scotland here. Oh, actually, can someone let me know the score of that Italy versus Argentina game, please? So left-hand side here for the box. They're 22 metres out right now. 9 minutes to go here of the game. 9 minutes to go of the game. Horn will come on here for Price for Scotland. Hastings comes on for Harris. Great job, Australian referee. I think he's been fine. I think he's made a couple of dodgy calls again. Oh, good take here by Scotland, actually. Good take. Oh, it's going to be the ball goes over the sideline. South Africa line out. I think that he's done fine, except for a couple of dodgy calls at the end of the first half, which was actually against South Africa. I think that South Africa should have a penalty for 3, but instead it ended up being a penalty for Scotland and then another dodgy penalty for Scotland, which gave him a chance for 3, but Finn Russell proceeded to miss that kick. So I actually think he's been fine, mate. I don't think he's been terrible in this game. Why does all the players have like stuff coming down their face? Poland 6-3, Germany 6, 32 minutes played. Wow. Italy down 32-16 Argentina. Still a good result there for Italy, to be honest with you. Still a good result. Good on them. So they're going to win the line out there, South Africa. Hodgson comes on for Skinner, by the way. Annika says, message of hope to 2015. Wales had 7 injuries and they beat England against all the odds. Oh my God. Wales. You're absolutely right, Jay Hayes. Wales. But he is about to say something nice about Australia. England against all odds. Wales can do it with injury. Same with Australia. Have faith, BKR. I should have kept reading that comment there. I thought we were going to start talking about Wales again. I was like, we don't need to talk about Wales again. Scotland knock on there. So South Africa will get this ball in 45 minutes out. Oh no, wow. He's called that backwards. Hello. I disagree with that. So Scotland here with the ball at the halfway line, runs this ball straight. 7 minutes to go here, guys. 12 points of difference. Scotland have to score a try. They have to score a try 2 times, actually. That's an average kick there from Scotland. Gives up to Van der Merwe. Van der Merwe's been good in this game. Hasn't really had an impact in the second half, but the first half, he had a huge impact, Van der Merwe. He had a massive impact. Scotland here, good passing. But taken down here, 45 metres out. They roll us back, one back. Right-hand side, they can't kick it here. They have to keep playing it out. They have to score a try. Big run there. They're 42 minutes. That's going to be a penalty. Oh, no, he's off his feet. He's off his feet now, so right-hand side here, and they're going to kick this one over the top. Good little dink over the top, but that's a nice little follow-through here from South Africa. And good tackle. Penalty Scotland. Good turnover here, Scotland. So 7 minutes to go here, and they're going to kick this one through. That's a great kick. That's a fantastic kick. If that stays in, unlucky. It's not a 50-22, is it? No. Jack Lewis has just been told the England-Australia game has been cancelled because England's Australia's bitch. Yeah, fair call. Alright, so 27-15 here in South Africa with 6 minutes to go here, guys. Scotland with a couple of cheeky kicks here. The Scottish crowd are pretty happy with that kick. It's not a 50-22, so I'm not too sure what's so incredible about it, but it's still a good kick nonetheless. Jack Lewis, you know the last time we played Namibia, we beat them 145-0, right? No, he's South Africa line out here. So South Africa here, they're 10 metres out. It's a good kick, don't get me wrong. It's a good kick, but in the same sense, like, so South Africa here, they're going to whack this one down here. They're 10 metres out. Left-hand side, they're going to have to kick this one away here. Otherwise, Scotland can put some nice pressure on here. What are the Scottish going to be able to do? They need to score 2 tries in the next 6 minutes. I can't see it happening here. I'm looking forward to that Ireland-New Zealand game, though. Very much looking forward to that game. So 5 minutes left here. Scotland with the line out, about 40 metres out here from the box line. Jack Lewis says, you're lucky Namibia has missing players, or you would have lost 180. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Just without the fair enough part, just with the kind of what are you talking about part. Jasper Visa comes on here for Dwayne Vermeulen. Scotland, they need to win this lineup. They've lost a couple today, and they will just about win this one. Jeez, their lineouts are terrible. Their lineouts are just as bad as their scrums, to be honest with you. So Scotland here, as can be a turnover. No, lucky. Scotland will get this ball here. They're 45 metres out from the box line. They're on their own half of the field right now. Left-hand side, oh, numbers here. No, can't do it. Box defense has been very good second half. Very good second half. Oh, they've got numbers here. No, again, can't get the ball out fast enough. Now they get the ball out, and they've lost about 15, 20 metres. About 15, 20 metres there. This game, the second half hasn't been as good as the first half. The first half was incredibly exciting. The second half has been relative. Oh, that's a knock on Scotland. Knock on Scotland, 10 metres out. So this is going to be a South African scrum, literally 10 metres out. Carmen says, what percentage of the audience would you say is from Australia? It depends on the stream, man. Depends on the stream. This rugby audience, this would be the 236 people watching right now. Majority of them would be from South Africa or Scotland. If we were doing it really depends, man. It depends on who's playing in the international game. When it's rugby league, obviously like 90% Australian. But like obviously, yeah, we have a large population from Fiji who watch streams. We have a lot of South Africans or Kiwis. We have a lot of people from Europe starting to watch the streams now, and we're getting a bit more of an American supporter base too with all our NBA streams. So, no, it's been good. Comments is referring to your overall YouTube analytics. It's literally all over shop. Majority is Australia. I'd probably say like 60% or so, 60, 70%, 60% or something like that. But like I said, it's pretty much a massive mix. Like it's still a large portion. So South Africa here, they're 10 metres out. I couldn't really tell you, though, to be honest with you, man, because I just know that it's all over the shop. And because it's a different sport, there's no real point a great deal looking at what countries are watching, because it always fluctuates quite significantly. But it's going to be, that's going to be a penalty South Africa. Unbelievable there from the South African scrum. Scotland's scrum has been diabolically bad. Oh, that's a penalty. That's bad. Jeez, that's bad. So 3 minutes to go here. South Africa will have the ball. I don't know if they're going to go for the 3 points or just go for the try here. 8 likes away from 100, guys. 8 likes away from 100. Schmack it. Anakin says, that's interesting news, Jack and BK. I was told Australia and England called off their game against Wales because they're both Wales bitch. All right, 9th place on the world rankings. Thanks for talking. Now go back to your situation where you're around Japan, Fiji, and Argentina. Actually, aren't you below Argentina? Aren't you below Argentina, Anarchist? Jeez. Argentina went 0 from 6 in the Rugby Championship, and you're below Argentina? My goodness me. Gee whiz, Anarchist. Got something going there. Comment says, yeah, nice, I'm like 95% in Australia. But yeah, but you AFL, man. Like, only Australians watch AFL, you know what I'm saying? So South Africa will slap that one through there, and it is 30-15 with 2 minutes to go. South Africa have been getting all their penalties and all their kicks here pretty much today. Besides one kick that it was one kick that they missed. Anakin says, all right, Wales, bitch. All right, 9th place. So it's going to be a knock on there from South Africa. So Scotland will get the ball here. They literally can't win this game, guys. Literally can't win this game. Jack Lewis says, I had South Africa by like, there's no way a Welshman can win right now. Like, you can call Australia Wales bitch all you like, but like, one, you've never won a World Cup. We've won 2. And 2, Scotland are away here, by the way. Scotland are away. They're at the third, 22. Oh, crunched in the tackle. You know, 1, you've never won a World Cup. 2, you've never been in a World Cup final. And 3, you're in 9th position. Like, he can call Australia Wales bitch all he's like, but we all know what the fact is. So South Africa here, they're on the back foot. Scotland here, they're 22 metres out. South Africa steal the ball. So left-hand side, but 95% Australian though, card man. Like I'm surprised it's not 100%. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that's gonna be an intercept here. So Scotland with the ball. Scotland over the top. Oh, he threw the ball over the sideline. That was a chance there to get a nice little consolation try, but it will not be. It will not be. It will not be. So 1 minute to go here of the game, guys. Don't forget, we are streaming the New Zealand-Ireland game right after this. Eamon Etzbeth has been named as the player of the match. I really think that Mapimpi was very good. I thought that Quagga Smith was pretty good for the most part as well. I think Damien Diolande, oh God, his runs were fantastic today. I really appreciate this box second half. Logan Jones, it's actually surprising that a lot of people don't know that there is two types of rugby. Lots of people in my school don't know there is two types of rugby. Yeah, absolutely. Atticus says in BK, England or Australia, bitch. Well, I'm not going to disagree with you there. Alright, so it's going to be South Africa here with the ball at 22, 15 seconds to go here. Don't forget, guys, hit that subscribe button. We've got 2 games to go here today, plus we've got France, Georgia tomorrow night, and also we've got Wales versus Fiji. Tosso Viti, Tosso. Tosso Viti, Atticus, Tosso Viti. So, good working from Scotland here. Too bad they couldn't play like this beforehand, though. They were very good the first half, just couldn't get this win here second half. And that's the game, guys. That is game over, Red Rover. So, a very good second half performance here by the South Africans. Very well done there. Obviously, they will get the win, and you just be happy with it. Obviously, they didn't look exactly fantastic for the entire game, but they got the job done. They put it to bed, and that's all you can ask for. Diolande, fantastic performance. Etzebeth, great performance. Quagga Smith was good. I thought Willie LaRue was pretty poor, but outside of that, Mapimpi was good. It was really appreciative. There from South Africa to get this win. I'm jumping off for now. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes time for the next stream, New Zealand versus Ireland. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you guys in about 10 minutes time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.